There we are. All right. Chris.
Spacious.
Yes. Elbow room.
See all this space?
Yeah.
It's my space.
All right. Well then, I'll take one of your Jolly Ranchers.
Oh yeah.
All right. Here we go. Live from Studio 511. It's the 242nd edition of Houston Wrestling Radio. This is Abel.
This is Chris.
And that's it. Arnold isn't here tonight because he is in the magical world of Disney.
Sucker.
Yes, he and his family, you know, his wife.
He must have had a lot of disposable income.
Well, or disposable loan.
How much did he steal from the vault?
I don't know. You're the banker. You should know.
I'm the last person to be talking about
when
disposable
a disturbance is in the force, you know, you can feel it, even if it's in a different bank.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah. But, you know, hey, Arnold's out there doing a bunch of traveling. That's awesome. Hope you have a good time out there, Arnold.
Not really.
Can't wait to see you come back. That way I'm not having to carry the load by myself at work.
There's one thing you do know. It's loads.
So, he's traveling, but not for wrestling reasons. You traveled for
also
wrestling
got
reasons.
out of the house for wrestling reasons.
Yes.
1 in a million.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
Yes, I got out of the house.
Wrestle Circus? Nah. Extra ticket for Great Balls? Nah. 15-minute drive to the garage for Raw? Of course, yeah.
Toyota Center, of course. And I had the best seats I've ever had in my entire wrestling career at the Toyota Center, I guess you could say. My career. All the times I've gone to Toyota Center, this was the best seats I've had.
Do you know the person that works at Toyota Center that you want to thank?
I believe her name was Ashley.
We'll go with Ashley.
Ashley?
Random, typical white girl.
With a lot of E's. Ashley.
Becky. Thank you, Becky.
Yeah. Becky with the good tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, somehow she got a hold of Randy. Randy got a hold of her. We did a nice little group package thing, so it wasn't like an exorbitant amount of money. We had decent, affordable seats, and like I said, the best seats I've had. They were kind of facing the ring, and behind the ring was the stage. And we were like right there, that first set of risers, risers. So not the floor, but the first set of risers. Oh, it was perfect.
Nice.
Beautiful. But what about you? You took off to the Big D. You actually went on a road trip. So Arnold's flying, I'm staying home, but you're driving.
I drive. Yeah, of course, man.
Of course.
It's American pastime. So whenever I have this OCD in me, whenever there's a pay-per-view in Texas, I will go. Even when I don't even know it exists.
Right.
House show in Corpus Christi turned out to be Elimination Chamber. Now I end up getting some boss seats for $20.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So any chance I get to get out of town, fuck Stingtown. I'm out.
All right. So that's kind of our perspectives here tonight. You know, we attended various things. Yeah, you need to grab your phone.
I'm in my notes,
If you guys are watching us live, thank you so much. We very much appreciate it, especially if you're here in Houston and you went to any of these events around Texas. I'm sure you guys are exhausted. So tuning in with us, thank you. If you are live, log on to your YouTube account or onto your Google account, and you could chat along with us in live chat. I have you pulled up here right on my smartphone. So if you want to ask us questions, leave comments, fact check us, or just talk various amounts of shit, that's great. I'll see it right here, and then I'll try to involve you in the show.
That angle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's
And
gonna be that kind of night, ladies and gentlemen.
First one to comment, Porsche, who was also sitting on the couch over there, says hi. So see, it works. It works. Y'all, she said that we are going to get fact checked by her. So.
Good luck.
So, but if you're not watching us live, that's okay. I understand. You can still interact with us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Houston Wrestling Radio, or on Twitter @HWrestlingRadio. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And you know, I learned something thanks to the girls, thanks to Porsche and Randy. If you hit the subscribe, you also have to click on a little bell icon, kind of like Dingy. A little bell.
How does it sound? There you go.
And that bell icon, when you click on it, then once we go live, you get an automatic notification to your phone. If you're subscribed, like when you log into YouTube, we'll refresh as like, you know, the channels that you like. Yeah, exactly. But if you want to know,
holy crap, we're on TV over there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
that's how it is every week. Except you have your back towards it because they're watching. Making sure the feed doesn't go.
Right.
Anyway, if you click on that button, you'll know right to your phone. Hey, these fools are on live right now. So click the little bell thingy if you're already subscribed. If you're not subscribed, subscribe please. We'd appreciate it. So
Great balls. Let's get right into this.
All right, chronological order. Here we go. You were there, sir, as we established.
Yes.
I was not there. I was watching it at at the DZW headquarters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Elaborate to the kids.
All right. Now, before we get into, I guess we're all talking. I got to put myself over here a little bit.
Every episode.
DZW, Domination Zone Wrestling, based out of Katy, Texas, have a brand new TV show. And on their TV show, yours truly is a play-by-play commentator for the show. So very excited about that. On Sunday, we went down to the HQ, the training facility, whatever you'd like to call it, Olympus Arena, if you want, down in Katy. And
That's actually a whole lot better than the competition that I've heard.
Yes, yes. And we had like a potluck dinner, so everybody kind of brought their own stuff.
What did you bring?
I made a lasagna with vegetables and beef.
Bastard, you couldn't save that for tonight?
I'm sorry. Because it all got ate. Because it was real good.
I bet.
Anyway, took a lasagna out there, and before Great Balls, so during the pre-show, we had our own pre-show where we watched the first episode of DZW Thunderstruck. It was a advanced screening. You guys will be able to see it tomorrow night at 11 o'clock at night on Houston Media Source. So it's going to hit the airwaves. It's on Houston Media Source. If you are Comcast, it's channel 17. If you're on AT&T Uverse, it's channel 99. Or you can watch it on hmstv.org. They have a live feed on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And, that's tomorrow night at 11 o'clock. After that, I believe they said that like Friday they'll have it hit the old YouTube. So if
is this a 30-minute episode or an hour episode?
It's an hour episode.
Woo!
It's an hour. But no, it's a good hour though. Like I said, I've already watched it.
Of course, he's gonna put himself.
I'm not trying to put myself over here. It was a good show. It was a good show. So please support independent wrestling. Support local wrestling. Support me. if you're watching this show and you're my friend, please go watch it.
You're even getting cheap heat from the studio audience.
I'm supposed to be the baby face too. Jeez.
Have you seen your face lately?
But
I got a big shot of it right there.
Hey, your face is right there too.
Oh, but I know I'm an asshole.
Oh,
different.
So yeah, exciting stuff. We already have. This is now the second independent wrestling promotion in Houston that has a TV show. So that's awesome. Of course, we all know that the first is ROW. ROW had a show on Saturday.
Yeah.
I went to their screening, or not their screening, their taping for that episode. It was pretty
Crossing
good.
Enemy Lines, huh?
Already.
You must not want this job.
No, I do. I do want this job.
Especially once they get that anonymous email on that dzw.com at Google. Be like, hey, this fat Mexican over here doesn't know his place. Did you wear a DZW shirt?
I would just go sip my tea. Minding my own business.
Great balls.
Great balls. Okay, so I missed the pre-show. What did you think of Akira Tozawa versus Neville? I saw it later.
It set the tone for what the pay-per-view was going to be.
Okay.
I normally ask this one word hashtag after every pay-per-view.
Right, on our Facebook page.
We'll get to those in a bit, but that set the tone. My one word to describe the entire pay-per-view: fun.
You son of a bitch! That was my word. I was gonna definitely say fun.
It was just simple, fun wrestling.
It was a fun pay-per-view. I had fun watching this show.
Yeah.
I see that our reaction, we're kind of on the same brainwave here, but the people didn't have the same reaction.
I think they had expectations.
Maybe?
I think their expectations were too strong on certain aspects.
We had fucking high-ass expectations. You said that, you had 2 matches that were at a fucking 10. And then Akira Tozawa, didn't you have that as a 9? I had that as a 9 too. We expected a lot, so that's not an excuse.
It was a very protected win. And not to mention, it set the tone for scorching balls for Tozawa. But it was a fun match. And again, dude, for whatever lack of buzz the Cruiserweight division is getting on Raw or on SmackDown.
Yeah.
So I went to WrestleMania in Orlando earlier this year.
Right.
And it caught my eye that Neville and Austin Aries, 2 great technical wrestlers right now for whatever weight limit there is.
Yeah.
Were on the pre-show, and the entire arena was full. They treated that match as that was like the main event.
Uh-huh.
I will go up to Dallas. And I'm expecting like half the arena to be buying merch, the other half buying booze because it's Dallas.
Because
you know the saying, if assholes can fly, Dallas is the one huge airport.
Yes.
Everyone was in their seats for the pre-show match. Again, yes, it was jam-packed, even opposite the hard camera where you can't see the rest. Dude, to begin with, this pay-per-view was not like other pay-per-views we've had here in Houston or Raws where just tickets don't do good and half the arena or the top or the whole top section is curtained off. No, dude. Complete sellout, 17 grand.
Okay, nice.
And everyone was there for that opening, for that pre-show match. So it's telling the quality of the product that they're putting on there for everybody to accept that match or accept the ticket that, oh, no, the pay-per-view doesn't start at 7. It starts at 6:30, 6:45 when the cruiserweights hit that. Because whenever the cruiserweights hit the pre-show, I watch.
Okay.
You know, and this was no exception, obviously, because I was there. But, man, it was such a fun match, dude. Okay. It was really good. I like the fact that Neville won. I mean, the whole Tozawa and Titus Worldwide, that's cute and everything. That still needs time to boil. You still need to leave that in the oven. You still need to leave that in the oven a little bit.
Can I skip ahead a little bit?
Go for it.
I kind of like what I had saw from Tozawa on 205, where he's listening to the phone conversation where Titus is like hyping him up. He's like, hey, man, you pinned the champ on Raw. Thank you for doing that. That gave me all the ammunition to go to the superiors and ask for a rematch for you. And I'm like, dude, this guy is so fucking face, man. This is a face turn. A face turn. From
the second he stepped up to Braun, that sold it for me.
Yes.
That was the tide, the turning of the tide.
Yeah, I'm really digging it. But maybe it was because I just didn't watch it live, and maybe when I did watch it, it was after I got home, I was tired, whatever, and I had watched everything else. I was just kind of halfway paying attention. I had to clean up some stuff, get ready for bed, and then I wasn't feeling the match when it happened. But of course, like I said, I was distracted. So I don't know. Maybe you have a better perspective. What was
if you're a fan of every main event that 205's produced in the last like 4 months,
okay,
you are not going to be disappointed in that Great Balls match.
Okay, how was it in the arena?
Were people live, hot? Dude.
They were hot for that match?
Oh, yeah. That man, all the crap that we give Dallas all the time, we know, dude, old school, Sportatorium, WCCW, there's wrestling heritage there. There's wrestling fans that grew up there that want good wrestling.
Yeah.
So whenever you give them good wrestling, they're going to reciprocate by being an awesome, huge-ass studio audience. And they fit the bill, dude. From the opening, from the pre-show match all the way to the main event. Right down to the thank you Joe chants after we went off camera.
Oh yeah,
yeah. This was an awesome show, dude.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was at Dallas last year for TLC, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. And the vibe was very different. SmackDown, Tables, Ladders, and Chairs.
Yeah.
SmackDown, even now, even though it's got better quality wrestlers that we like Nakamura and AJ Styles, it still comes across somewhat as the kid-friendly show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially when you got Cena on that brand.
Okay.
And Raw's more like, oh, yeah, you got Brock Lesnar that cusses in front of a live studio audience. And you have Samoa Joe that eats babies.
Right.
So that's more of a marquee attitude. And I can sense that in the difference of the crowds with TLC and this one.
Back during the first brand split, that was understandable because SmackDown was on UPN, the free network terrestrial TV, whereas Raw was on cable, so they could get away with the edgier stuff. But now they're both on USA. Why
the difference?
Yeah, why the difference? Is it just purely coincidence right now, and they just have two different creative teams?
Well, you see what's big on SmackDown right now. You have a women's champion that has a championship belt that glows in the dark.
But that's not a bad belt. Like I fucking like it.
I love it, but that's not geared to somebody that likes blacklight.
Yeah.
That's geared more to like 8 or 9 year olds going, ooh, the colors. So,
dude, I'm going, ooh, the colors.
Yeah, but your brain appears 8 and 9 years old.
Oh.
All right. Let me run down the rest of this real quick.
Okay.
So Neville got defended successfully. Bray finally got a win, which was odd, the opening match.
Yeah.
Enzo's already dead. The Iron Man match was fun. Cesaro and Sheamus retained. Bliss won. Not surprising. The ambulance match and the main event match are the two matches that I think we need to put the most attention to.
Oh, what do you want to start with? Your horses there, buddy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Okay, you tell me when we'll start off with.
All right, I'm going to tell you.
You that saw it in potluck.
I'm gonna tell you what I thought about it. First, I want to welcome in some people in the live chat. Hector, welcome. He's saying that he's having issues with the audio. He thinks the audio's off. We've been having issues the last few weeks. We think we've rectified them. We think we figured them out. We have ourselves pulled up on the TV, and Porsche has it pulled up on her iPad. Everything seems to be good on our end. If
you got headphones on, you're listening?
Yeah. If anybody else out there, if anybody else out there is having problems, please let us know. But Hector, welcome back. I hope you stick through with us with these technical difficulties. And Juan23, Juan, what's up, bro? Good to see you live. He always leaves comments like afterwards because he watches afterwards on the YouTube. But good to see you live in here, man. He has a question for us. We're gonna get to it later, but just bring up this question so that we'll remember it. Okay? He says, just got in. Sorry to change the subject. Connor versus May press conference from Toronto today was entertaining. Have y'all seen it? Thoughts?
We'll about that.
We'll get to that right now.
Great Balls of Fire. The two matches that stood out to me were the ones that were built the most, which was the ambulance match and the title match. You apparently are coming out of nowhere, RKO style, with something else. So spit it.
My match of the night and possible match of the week pick. The tag team Iron Man match. Go there. Holy
Matt Hardy.
balls.
Matt Hardy's 42, Jeff Hardy's 39, and they pulled out a 30-minute Iron Man match with two guys that beat the shit out of bricks for a living.
Exactly. and aside from their ages and whether or not they can put on matches, because we know the Hardys can put on matches. Right before they debuted at WrestleMania, that badass match with the Young Bucks, and then they went out the next night at WrestleMania, had a badass match at WrestleMania. Like, dude, they still got it, okay? While that is impressive, that's not the most impressive thing from that match. For me, the most impressive thing was the way it was booked. Because most of the time in WWE, when you have Iron Man matches, Iron Woman matches, whatever you want to call it, the score is 5 minutes left. Right off the fucking bell. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
What? And I loved the psychology behind that.
You love it.
Hey, Cesaro is going to start things off. Oh, okay. He runs past Matt. The fuck? Boom! 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1-0, bitch. Holy shit. That turned a match that could have possibly been like, all right, let's wait until the fourth quarter, and because it's like an NBA game, the first 3 quarters don't matter. Let's wait till the fourth quarter into holy shit. I need to watch from the get-go, and I need to pay attention. Yeah. And then it went up 2-0. Then it was a 1-2. Then 3-1. Then 3-2. So it wasn't like 0-0.
4-2.
Yeah.
And then
it wasn't 0-0 the entire goddamn time.
Yeah.
You didn't have to only pay attention to the last 5 minutes. You had to pay attention to the whole goddamn thing. And the whole goddamn thing was brilliant. The way that the hot tags were made. Matt was getting his ass whooped forever. Jeff came in. They got a fucking pinfall. Jeff was getting his ass whooped forever. And then, you thought that they were going to pull in, and then, no, boom, another pinfall by Cesaro. Holy shit, man. I thought they were really going to make this comeback. I thought they were going to be down 3-1 and then do like the fucking NBA thing and the hockey finals thing where it's 3-1 and then you win,
I was waiting for those memes. I was like, oh man, freaking Cesaro blew a 3-1 lead just like Golden State did.
Exactly. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. But no, that's not what they did. They went number for number, and then at the very end, even if Jeff would have gotten that pinfall, that would have tied. Not even one. That would have tied it.
Yeah.
I thought it was fucking brilliant. And I hope, and I think it is because of Raw, I hope that it's the end of the feud.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's all you need. They went back and forth. They had that match that ended in double DQ or double count out, whatever, and they were even back and forth. They did
was the rubber match.
2 out of 3 falls and this and that. Like, okay, I am thoroughly satisfied with this match. If you end it here, I'm going to be thumbs up for the fucking feud. If you do one more match, I'll be like, all right, too much.
Here's what scared me. I was like, oh, man, you gave us a decent to really good rivalry with the Hardys and Cesaro. And then Raw, out come the Bullet Club. It's like, oh, man, I thought these guys were dead.
Yeah.
And I'm all about the Bullet Club. I was like, man, I thought these guys were dead. Then the Hardys kill them. And I was like, oh, man, these guys are dead again. Fuck the Revival. Revival comes out, beats the shit out of them. Hardys against Revival? Dude, that's a great That's a great follow-up.
Yeah.
Because those are, you might not see it. I mean, you look at Sheamus and Cesaro, and then you look at Dash and Dawson, and it's like you can see the discrepancy in size and everything. But dude, they straight up, they're maulers too. So I'm really looking forward to the Hardys putting this team over.
Well, which team are they going to put over? Are they going to put over the Revival, or are they going to be putting over the Club? What's the feud here?
Club. The Club are just.
But the Club came out and said, "Hey, look, you're going to fight us." And I mean, I wonder if it's the start of a new feud, or goddamn, I feel like, wow, I felt like the feud with Cesaro was fresh. I hate to beat this horse again, but could this be the turning of the Brokens and the whatnot? Are we going to get the deleted Hardys here, the obsolete mules and all that? I mean, they teased the fuck out of it on Raw. Yeah. Holy shit. Jeff said something. Matt said something. We were all
everybody's like, oh,
you said it. I said it. Okay. This was in Houston. I was there in the arena. When Jeff dropped the obsolete line, everybody was like, obsolete? Oh, did we just say obsolete? Like, everybody was fucking giddy. And then when Matt was like, I'm a little bit bruised, I'm a little bit broken. Like, everyone in the Toyota Center, their nipples collectively went like that. Like, it was amazing. But it's like, are we beating a dead horse here? I mean, I want it so bad. I want it to be here now. And then when the Club came out,
it's been here since WrestleMania, bro. Everybody's been doing this.
When the Club came out and it beat down the Hardys, and then the Revival came out and beat down the Hardys. Is this more about the Club and the Revival, or is this more about the Hardys actually becoming broken? They get their ass whooped by enough people, maybe they'll finally break. Do you think that's what this is? It's an actual full-on broken universe Hardys.
Oh man,
100%. Not this half-ass kind of tongue-in-cheek. Well, if you're doing it, then I guess it already is.
It just depends who has control, dude. Because I don't think the people that are in charge of Raw, I'm not confident enough in them to pull that off on Raw. I think SmackDown's where you can get away with that crazy ass shit like deletion and all that. So I don't know. Oh shit,
Hector, or excuse me, not Hector, Juan. My bad. I get all you Mexicans confused. No,
we all look the same.
We all look the same. I'm Mexican too, so it's okay. He brought up a thing here. He said, "Can y'all teach everyone how to do the delete thing? It's index finger pointing, palm down, not like Hitler." Yes, it's interesting that you bring that up because as we were sitting there, we had a guy that was 3 rows in front of us.
Z-guy.
Who was like, everybody delete. Like, no, not like that. And we called him out. And of course, our motley crew, we're a very ethnically diverse crew. And we were like telling him, no, this was a white guy with a white girlfriend that was there, and he was drunk. And we're like, no, down, delete. Down like that, and like we had to like teach him how to do it. It was like, y'all making fun of me? Like, yes, do it down. And like, and he started like popping.
It's not down. It's flat.
Well, you could.
If you're deleting messages on your phone, you're going like this. You're not going like this, so you're not going like this.
Well, as long as you don't go above 90 degrees, anywhere between 45
above
and
the
90,
nipples, you're fucked.
45 and 90 is okay. Don't go 91. Whatever this is, the angle is. Yeah,
unless you're gonna do the walk.
Delete. Yes. Either straight across right at a 90 degree or down. Delete. Not see Kyle. That's different. No. Don't do that. That's bad. Not. Thank you, Juan. And apparently we educated a nice little fellow at the Toyota Center along that night.
If you say he's drunk, the fool probably not going to remember. He's probably going to be swiping left.
Yeah. He had on a bandana and everything.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Did he have that country twang? I had some rednecks behind me, like legit country twang, like from McKinney. They're like, mine is old Samoa Joe, man. I hope he chokes out that big gorilla. It's like, oh, fuck, what did I get myself into? Every time I go to Dallas, somebody surprises me just when I thought it couldn't go any worse.
Jesus. All right. Anyway,
so that's your match of the week. I'm torn. Match of the night.
My match of the night, possibly.
I'm torn between both main events, and the reason why I'm torn is because
you're a Joe Mark.
Oh no, we're not talking about that.
Oh.
Right now, I'm in your boat now.
Okay.
Because I haven't really admitted this because again, I'm an asshole and I hold grudges. Again, it's going to be very hard for me to forget that Roman, as a WWE champion, failed the drug test. And I'm trying to get over that for the sake of entertainment. I'm trying my best.
Okay.
Roman did a damn good job continuing for me to try, because that was not just Braun Strowman being Braun, the quicker picker-upper. This was, dude, some of that selling that Roman was doing in that match, I could fucking sympathize.
Yes.
He throws Braun through the LEDs, and he's on his knees like praying to Valhalla. Like, oh my God, thank God I finally beat this motherfucker. And then Strowman starts crawling up, and he has this look on his face, because I specifically had that look on my face the next day at work when I'm taking training, compliance training for my job at the bank, and right when I reach the end of the test, the computer glitches out. I had to restart the computer, and in doing so, I had to restart a 3-hour fucking compliance, and I had that same look like, oh. I can't cuss, I can't say shit because there's customers in front of me and management behind me, so I'm just like, So, dude, that's equal-handed between a lovable old school beast like Braun and a heel magnet like Roman, because, dude, it's fun now. Like, Roman, I think he's starting to get it. Remember we had this conversation. You don't have to turn Roman heel. You don't have to tell me he's a bad guy. If I want to boo him, fuck it, I'm going to boo him. I think he's a heel. So he walks up to the ramp. He walks up to the turnbuckle, and he slowly raises his arms, like letting the floodgates of boos. Like, ooh. It's fun to boo this guy, you know? And dude, and his work was so good. And that's what surprised me, because I figured this was going to be another example of an attractive-looking pinball bouncing off of the big bumper Braun, and that alone was going to make it worthwhile for me to watch, that Braun's going to beat the shit out of this guy that I don't like.
Right.
But he did such a damn good job that I actually, for a moment, started to like Roman. Fuck me, man. Shit. And that's the whole crux of sports entertainment, man. When you can get somebody, when you can draw out emotions like that, when you emote so well that you draw emotions from the people in the audience, dude, whether you like the guy or hate him, he's doing a damn good job at his job.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Ryan, welcome. He's on the live chat, and he goes, "Scorched balls, really?"
You'd understand if you had him.
Yeah, dude, it's hot. You been to Houston lately? You live here. Well, he lives in Katy.
Have you seen his balls lately?
They're hot.
Oh. Well, how low your beans hanging?
What? Beans? What?
You forgot that Briscoe promo?
Maybe I want to forget.
Oh no, you gonna remember today.
Oh, you gonna learn today. Now,
what'd you think of Roman Strowman?
I loved it.
Obviously, I think the right guy won.
Yeah. Well, that's the funny thing about it. Wow, Braun did win.
He got the fuck.
Did he really win? I mean, okay, he won the match. I like the way that it happened, where he dodged the spear, and then just Roman Reigns slid into them DMs, or slid into the ambulance, and he just closed the ambulance like, I guess I won, ha ha ha, which is like, okay, well, hey, at least he won, but Roman still looks protected, so Vince is happy. All right, fine. But that's not what you come away with after you watch the pay-per-view. What you come away with is the attempted fucking murder.
Which there's a petition online to have Roman arrested.
Yeah. He attempted to kill a man. He had him in the back of the ambulance. He drove off and then rammed it into a semi trailer. And that's like I like the way that I know how they pulled it off. Either they cut away from the camera and Braun wasn't really in there, or
there was a shit ton of Soba pillows in there.
Or you know what? He could have just fucking put on a seatbelt. And he would have been fine. So it was like, okay, there's obviously gimmicked, and I know that he could have pulled it off safe. But I like the story here. It's like, oh my God, Roman went fucking psycho. And what's going to happen here? Is this a full-on heel turn now? Does it matter if it's a heel turn or not? Did Strowman have a face turn?
And that's what I was about to combat you with, because you said Braun Strowman won, but did that matter? But did the right guy win? The question is, do you care about Braun Strowman more than you did before the match started? And after hearing that new band, Braun Zombie, crawling out of the ambulance and walking away, everybody gives a fuck about Braun Strowman more than they did when the match started. And people already gave a shit about Braun when the match started.
Yeah.
And I think this kind of this gives me a flashback to I want to say, was it Survivor Series or the pay-per-view in December or Roadblock or something, where Sheamus screws Roman out of the title and Roman just goes full Super Saiyan and beats the shit out of Sheamus with the chair. Triple H comes on and goes, stop, he's already dead. And Roman goes, all right, fuck you. He starts beating up Triple H also. And that moment, like 15,000 people went from booing Roman to cheering Roman, at least for that night in that microcosm of the event. I think in this event, that's what it did for both of the guys. Like it didn't establish a heel turn for Roman. It didn't establish a face turn for Braun. But you have a lot more investment in both of the characters, not just one over the other. Like one didn't get screwed in like to help the other in sacrifice. They both their stock evenly went up.
Strowman won, stock up. Strowman came out of the ambulance on his own volition and walked away.
Eventually.
Stock up.
Yeah.
Eventually. Roman lost. Okay, whatever. But he looked, I hate that I'm going to say this. He looked strong. They made Roman look strong. But he also lost his mind, went psycho, and almost tried to kill the guy. In weird wrestling world, stock up. Holy shit.
That made you want to tune in on Monday or go to the event on Monday to see what happened for both of the guys, not just one over the other.
Exactly. So, I'm more interested right now in both Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns than what I was this time last week.
That's good.
That's good. That's good.
What might be my match of the week, obviously, is the UFC main event, which was Samoa Joe against Brock Lesnar. Holy dog shit, man. You want to lead this off? Go for it. First impression as the match was going on.
When I sat here 3 weeks ago, and I said, I love the fact that Joe has this opportunity to show off who the fuck he is, I'm happy. But I also am not going to get too goddamn excited because I know he's going to lose. All I could hope for is that he looks good in a loss and that he'll become elevated in the loss to where he'll at least be main event contender. And I think that's exactly what we got. So I can't sit here and whine, bitch, moan, and just be disappointed in the fact that he lost, and especially in the fashion that he lost, because he was whooping that ass all match long. He was beating the holy dog shit.
Like he owed him money.
He owed him money. It's like, normally I would have thought that it would have been unbelievable for Brock Lesnar to have beat Joe the way he did after getting this ass whooped for pretty much the entire match. Get your ass whooped, get your ass whooped, get your ass whooped, get your ass whooped. F5, 1, 2, 3. Done. I should be livid, but I'm not. Because I'm just sitting here thinking, wow, you really got to see exactly what Samoa Joe could fucking do. Everybody got to see what the fuck Samoa Joe could do. The people that didn't watch TNA, the people that didn't watch NXT,
people that didn't watch Ring of Honor.
People that didn't watch Ring of Honor. Exactly. All the people that don't know who the fuck Samoa badass motherfucking Joe is.
They put some respect on it now.
Know exactly who they are now. Holy fuck.
From the moment that Heyman announced Lesnar and Joe didn't even wait for him to finish and jumped him, I was like, yes, this is the match that I wanted. This was not going to be Kevin Owens versus Goldberg where you can and the match is already over. Which some people were kind of expecting.
Turn your head and cough.
Yeah, that's what some people were expecting. Like, oh, Joe's not going to last fucking 2 minutes with this guy. Even though this entire buildup leading to the pay-per-view, Joe not only has not been afraid, he's been coming at Lesnar. And Lesnar hasn't. And that continued through the match. Joe basically got all of his spots in. The only complaint I have has to do with consistency. We complained the first time we got Brock Lesnar versus Triple H. Brock Lesnar's a fucking beast. Former UFC champion, former WWE champion, NCAA wrestling champion. the whole buildup in that match was centered around Lesnar locking in the Kimura on Triple H to break his arm the first time, and that was really boring. And it kind of was an insult to the skill of Brock Lesnar in that match. So the only gripe I have about the main event was I've seen so much of Samoa Joe that you didn't have to center a lot of that match because it was only 6 minutes.
It was.
You didn't have a lot. You didn't need to set aside so much time to try to have Joe desperately try to seek the rear naked choke, the coquina clutch on Lesnar. You could have had a good 6 or 7 minutes of both of them beating the shit out of each other the way they were in the beginning. Joe trying to suplex Lesnar, trying to take him to suplex. I was like, oh, fuck. And then when Lesnar got him off the first time, I was like, oh, fuck. And then when Joe blocked it and did the low blow, I was like, oh, fuck, dude. It just kept going like that.
Yeah.
And the other reason why I'm glad the way the match went the way it went, Brock Lesnar now with that UFC pedigree brings that big fight feel, especially after the way the WrestleMania match went down with Goldberg, where it was just two tanks running into each other until the wheels of one fell off.
Right. So I
can buy, like you said, bam, 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 F5, and out of nowhere, and the match is over. Because you watch UFC, it takes one stop to the temple, or just one reach around and slide around the throat, and the match is already over.
Yeah.
And if there's anyone that I thought on that roster could hang in that kind of environment with Lesnar, it's Samoa Joe. And they did that. Other than the desperation of the coquina clutch, I think they pulled it off perfectly. And to the point where I was hoping for a rematch. And hell, we could still get the rematch. There's a small chance, but we still could.
I think that at the very least, it shows that Joe can have that type of match. And it's proven that he could have this match. Okay, maybe kayfabe-wise, maybe not with Brock, but he could have that match with Roman. He could have that match with Strowman. He could have that match with Angle. We've seen that with Angle plenty of times. He could have that match with anybody on the Raw or SmackDown roster. And that's what this proved on the biggest stage.
It solidified Joe as a main eventer for the company.
Yeah. So I can only be happy about that.
The only glitch, I think the match might have gone a little bit too quick because they took so long backstage doing the whole Jaws of Life thing to try to crack Strowman out. I think that might have taken away some time that could have been given to this match.
Maybe.
Because a little towards the end, there was a little bit of anticlimacticity.
Is that a word?
As of today. Because it felt like you said, like it just came out of nowhere. But I'm thinking, damn, in the back of my mind, I was like, man, it took too damn long to put Gino Medina's face on TV and show this, then cracking open like a fortune cookie this goddamn ambulance.
That right there is a good spot to get to this on here. First off, I want to say welcome to another person that entered the live chat. Somebody that I've actually never seen before. It says Kristen. So Kristen, welcome to Houston Wrestling Radio. But I want to bring up some of this stuff in the live chat. Going back to Scorched balls.
Introduce a chick and then go to Scorched.
Yeah.
Great.
Ryan says, I take a pill for that. For the Scorched balls. Porsche sitting on the couch says those balls have gonorrhea.
I wouldn't know. I'm gonna just take your word for it. I'm not gonna look at that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Anyway, but you brought up Gino. Gino from Reality Wrestling, former ROW champ, was
Thunderjet too. From a couple of other places.
Well, we're not supposed to know that, but yes, Thunderjet. He was in the backstage area there. So yay, Houston people. But not only him, but also the ROW Texas champion, Rex Andrews, was back there. And then I also recognized another two faces, Kenneth Johnson, who used to wrestle in Texas as Weezy Woo, but he was in the CWC.
Yeah, he was an opening round of the Cruiserweight Classic.
He was bounced in the first round. And then I also noticed Jordan Grace. She wrestled in Texas for a while. Now she's traveled around the country. And, I saw her in there, so maybe she'll be in Mae Young Classic. I don't know. But, yay, Texas indie people getting screen time. They were the ones that were like, oh, my God, bystanders taking pictures of the ambulance wreck or whatever.
Gino looked like he's seen that shit every other day. He just had that look like.
He was like, all right, let me get on my phone and take a picture. Damn, World Star. Like, and he just, I don't know. What would Gino wouldn't use World Star. Elote Star. I don't know. Like, but yeah.
Oh,
yay! So yay for those people there. Hector, going back to Scorched balls. I was in Vegas last week.
That's all you need to say.
It was 114 degrees.
No,
Scorched ball sounds about right.
No, he was in Vegas last week is all we need to know. I've been in Vegas enough times. Every street corner, there's either going to be somebody handing you a business card to be religious, or somebody's going to hand you a business card to
not be religious.
To not be religious. Far from it. So I know where those scorched balls came from.
Okay.
Not by experience.
Last thing I want to bring up that just recently got brought up in the chat. You said that it took too long for the Jaws of Life to happen, this and that. It took so long that we had an impromptu match between Heath Slater and Kurt Hawkins.
People in Dallas were pissed.
Okay, you were there in the arena. Let me tell you what I saw. They had a shot in the back. And then we're in the back. Then music hits. It's just one man. The fuck? And then Kurt Hawkins' generic ass creative wrestler music hits. They out there and they say, they're looking at the back like we just got thrown out here. We have a match. Okay.
Heath Slater's running down the ramp, taping his hands up. Like
and then
minute.
Ding, ding, ding. Looks like we're going to have a match. And then cut back to the back. We don't see it at all. And then you just hear while they're prying the jaws of life, while they're getting Strowman out, ding, 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 match over. We didn't see any of the match at all. We didn't see the match. Chris, you were there in Dallas. The fuck happened?
You don't need to see anything. All you should have done was heard, because there was over 15,000 people that were chanting, "We want Finn."
I heard that.
It's troubling when you have a pay-per-view for your main brand and one of your most over women isn't on a pre-show match or isn't in a substitution match or nothing, which is Bayley. And then this is another pay-per-view where your first ever Universal Champion is nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen on this card.
Why'd you sniff?
Hey, because you can't even smell him. I had that Logan syndrome where I was like, Logan knows where he's at. No. So when these two nobodies that don't even have enough loose change to take the bus home are in this ring, when Finn Balor, the steak and cheese, ain't on this show, 15,000 people were pissed.
Okay.
And then not to mention, the match starts, and like maybe 15 seconds into it, we hear the firemen, the U.S. Air Force firemen, for some random reason, because I didn't know we were near an Air Force base or whatever. And they pull up, and then like after maybe 30 seconds of showing it on the screen, the match, they split screen it and show them trying to. So yeah, so even the fans say this microphone's the match. You and I are doing this. So there wasn't even a reason to watch the damn match, because trust me, nobody in the arena was watching that shit either.
Okay, I've heard a lot of complaints about this from people in the arena now and people sitting at home. I would like to throw out an unpopular opinion.
Oh, shit. Hot takes.
I liked it. You want to know why I liked it?
Please. Why did you like it? It doesn't matter.
You got me. I liked it because it felt like management was panicking.
Yeah.
It like in the kayfabe world, like if you imagine that this is a real wrestling show and these are real fighters and they're really trying to stick to something, and something fucking nuts happens in the back that they weren't expecting, and some, oh shit. Throw Heath and Hawkins out there. Go tape up. Go. And when you saw Kurt Angle running around back there, oh my God, and him panicking.
That face when Roman walked by, he's like.
It felt like it was a call, kayfabe-wise. It felt like a kayfabe call of, oh shit, some shit happened. We're not really supposed to know what the hell's going on here. This is messed up. Throw out a bullshit distraction. Please throw out a bullshit distraction. It added a bit of realism to it. Did they pull it off 100%? No, but I understood what they were going for. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's why I liked it. But I understand the match was probably shit or whatever. But all right. Ascension, what's up, dude?
Holy
welcome.
Shit. Everybody's showing up tonight.
They are.
God damn.
I saw Ascension at Raw. We were
poor Ascension.
Yeah. We were sitting down at the bottom.
Poor ass money.
And I tagged in on Facebook, and he's like, dude, I see you from my seat. And he says this. I'm the guy with the Bullet Club shirt over by the stairs.
Oh, fuck. Everybody's dude.
Stairs, Bullet Club, stairs, Bullet Club, stairs, Bullet Club, stairs. the fuck, man? And I finally see him over there. He's like, yay! I'm like, hey, too sleepy, bro. And yeah, so
From all the way up there.
from all the way up there,
That's pathetic.
it was hilarious. But welcome, nice seeing you from a distance last night, or 2 nights ago. Sorry.
Do you guys need a minute alone?
Ooh. Do you want to hear a spoiler from something going on NXT right now?
No.
Okay,
Actually, I already know what it is because it was taped 5 years ago.
that's true.
Yeah.
So you want to hear it or no?
Okay, sure.
Okay. Thanks to Juan23. So if you want to beat up somebody, beat up him for heading out the spoilers. Don't blame me. Kyle O'Reilly debuted on NXT. Ta-da! Kyle O'Reilly. Yay!
No, that fool got it wrong. It's Bobby Fish.
Yeah.
Bobby Fish that debuted, not Kyle O'Reilly.
Really?
Yeah, it's Bobby Fish.
He said Kyle O'Reilly.
Check your source.
Really?
Rewatch it. If you got rewind, you dumb mother 1, 2, man, get your ass on the other side of the fucking border. So,
All right.
Anything else from Great Balls besides the tag match and the co-main event?
Ryan says it's sad when the highlight of a pay-per-view for me was Roman. Okay, let's go back to Great Balls, the undercard. We said this was a fun show. I thought it was fun because of the tag. I thought it was fun because of Joe and Strowman and Roman and Brock. I thought it was fun because of all of them. The match with Dean, I didn't care.
I can't comment on that because oddly enough, that was in my bathroom break. I was like, I need food.
You need food or did you need to go to the bathroom?
Both.
What the fuck?
Hey,
Oh,
you empty out, that means you got room for more. It doesn't make sense to eat first when you have to go to the bathroom, unless you're doing it at the same time. Circle of life, but no.
Okay. And the girls' match was decent. It was fun, but I don't think that there's a whole lot to really comment on. I mean, it was what I expected it to be. And then, okay, count out. Okay, fine. We're just going to continue the feud. All right, that's
Bray
fine.
beat Seth clean. Do you care about Bray any more than you did?
No. And you know why?
Why?
Because this wasn't for anything. This was a bullshit feud that we don't really even know why he was picking on Seth. And it's not for number one contender. It's not for a title. It's not for, hey, winner gets this and that. It's not for anything. It was other than, hey, I want to fight you.
No, he's like, I'm a god. And Seth's like, nah, you're not a god.
No, you're not.
So we're going to fight about it.
Yeah, we're going to fight about it.
So you tell me.
That's it. I didn't care. I didn't care who won.
So you tell me. I missed the last 30 minutes of Raw on Monday because the main event, number one, was Bray versus Seth. And number two, because I was outside the arena while you were inside the arena. I was waiting in line to be the first one to buy tickets for Raw and SmackDown for Survivor Series.
Because they had a promo code that night only, or pre-sale code that night only. Yeah.
Did Bray beat Seth again?
Yes.
Does that even matter? 2 wins over for Bray, and you're back on the bandwagon. And this was back to back.
No. However, I think the match on Raw was better than the match at the pay-per-view.
Okay.
I liked it. I liked the back and forth. I liked what happened in between the bells. Like, it was a good match. I still don't give a fuck about the feud. I still don't know what the feud's about. I don't know why Bray is picking on Seth. I don't know why Seth is going along with it. Like, okay, well, I'm going to fight you. I'm a god. No, you're not. Fight me. Okay, like you have nothing better to do. Like, what's going on here? Like, I don't understand. And I don't care. So I don't care who wins and loses. I don't care if this continues or doesn't continue. But putting all that aside, the match itself was good.
Here's what I care about.
What?
The opportunity to make both Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins interesting, teasing that Dean might turn. The whole friction on Miz TV where Ambrose comes out because again, I'm like done with this. Like Miz Dean Ambrose got to go. And the best way to do it was the Miz might drop Seth Rollins in his promo. So Seth Rollins came out thinking it was his business because his name was called.
Right.
So therefore, he was disrespected.
Right.
And then backstage, Dean's like, nah, player, this is my bitch. You go find your own hoe. And so Seth's like, nah, man, I want to slice of the pie too. So now Dean's already getting frustrated. You could tell the frustration's there. So if Dean keeps losing and Rollins keeps succeeding around Dean, I'm hoping that triggers something to make Dean at least somewhat interesting again. Because, dude, Dean's probably had the worst year. Think about it. This time last year, he beat both Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns to be the WWE Heavyweight Champion.
Okay.
You throw him on SmackDown on the draft on the Superstar Shakeup or whatever, draft lottery. And his first feud at SummerSlam is in the second hour against Dolph Ziggler. And then after that, you put him against AJ Styles, and you can't even beat the fool. Not only that, you're stuck with freaking James Ellsworth as your little baby.
Yeah.
And ever since then, Ambrose's stock has been plummeting. We haven't even given a shit about anything Ambrose has done. And it's like, what the hell are we doing with this dude? Now I feel like there's finally a chance to get some interest because there's still interest in the Shield, some kind of reformation. Even in the moment when Seth and Dean were in the ring against all three of the Miz Taraj, I was like, well, there's one more. And then that promo in the locker room where Dean's like, nah, bitch, this ain't ever going to happen again. I still don't trust you. There's friction there. There's still some unresolved issues there that could be good to watch if the right people are in the right roles. And Dean being the crazy cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs guy that you don't know what side he's going to take. Now that Rollins has kind of pretty much made it abundantly clear he's the guy that likes the attention and all the fame and shit, wants to be beloved by the people. This could be interesting for both of them. Okay.
I think the only thing really interesting coming out of it is the fact that we have a Miz Taraj and they're doing something with Bo.
Of course you would say that because the Miz is, oh my God.
With Bo and with Curtis Axel. Most of that isn't coming from the pay-per-view or from Raw, but from Raw Talk. Did you watch Raw Talk?
Hell no. Raw's 3 hours.
Well, no, this was actually after the pay-per-view. So you were in Dallas.
I was driving home.
Right. Okay, on Raw Talk, we had The Miz go on there, and he basically put over his whole entourage and that they are third-generation wrestlers, and you should respect them, and they're talented, and and like, I see something there. I mean, yeah, okay, I'm the Miz Mark, whatever. Yeah, I get it. So I'm a little biased already, but I don't know, man. I'm interested to see what they do with Bo. I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with Curtis Axel because, god damn it, they're talented guys. We know what Bo could do because we saw his run in NXT when he was an NXT champ. Dude, that was a good fucking run. Give him something.
Curtis Axel, third generation. Both the guys, third generation.
Third generation. Let's see what they could do. And if it takes Raw Talk to get them over, the same way how Talking Smack got the Miz over last year, fuck, I'm all for it. Is that all great balls? Was there anything else?
Great balls is over with.
All right.
Zip your fly.
All right.
Let's go.
On to Raw. More specifically, Raw. There's something I want to bring up. You know how I asked you what was it like in the arena?
How was it? Hey.
My turn.
How was it like in the arena?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Oh, fuck.
All right. I noticed something. And this isn't necessarily a good thing.
Tell me, because did the people stink?
No.
Okay, you got the same people I got. Apparently, everybody got the memo to shower before they went to the show.
The reason why people didn't stink is because there wasn't anybody there to stink. Now, when I brought this up to Porsche and Randy and Aaron and the other people in my group, they tried to downplay it, saying, "Well, maybe those people were late." But it was funny because the hard cam side, it looked like this. It was just spotty. There's like people, but not people. There was hair, but no hair. It was a spotty.
Did it snow on your head? There was a lot of white in there.
Yeah, there's a little bit. And where the hard cam is facing, oh man, it was filled. So, okay, what it looked like to me was that WWE purposely tried to sell the camera side first. The camera side seats went first, and that's all they got. Because when they got to this side of the arena, that's when people stopped chilling out the dough. And like, while that side was at like 99 to 100% capacity, this side was at maybe like 60% capacity.
Really?
Yeah, dude. That
is not a good sign.
It was the
when
first
in November we're having 4 shows in the same arena.
I know. It was the first time I've ever seen the Toyota Center that way for a Raw.
Were the top sections open or closed?
Closed, I think.
Really?
Shit, I don't remember. Porsche, you remember? Were they open?
They were
open. The top was open.
There are people there.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you. The top was open, but man, that side where the hard camera was, dude.
Those seats are expensive.
It was still spotty though, man. Like I've never seen it like that before. That's
why I prefer sitting on that side, because when I'm watching a television show,
Ascension says it felt like I was at TNA.
That's cold.
Sorry.
I like sitting right where in that side where the camera's at, because when I'm watching it on TV, I see a full house. When people go to a wrestling show and they want to be on TV, they sit on the side where they can get caught on TV.
Right.
But they don't realize that when they're watching the show, there's a whole bunch of nothing. And
the wrestlers all have their backs to you.
Yeah. So you're not getting the same experience that you would if you're watching it on TV. So I like the seats that I got at Great Balls, because I had that reaction where I could see everything on this side. I didn't see the people behind me. So it looked like I saw a full house. It helped that it was a fucking full house. Even the camera side, everything was full. At times they try not to sell those seats, because that's your hard camera where you want your $1 million shot when you're showing a match. And you can't sell those seats in front just to have some asshole like me have a sign that says, "Go Dean Ambrose," blocking the camera.
Yeah.
So they try not to sell those seats unless they're desperate and people want, and there's a demand for them.
Well, I know that they like block off the rows immediately in front and immediately behind the camera, but we're talking about to the left and the right, where it was like 1, 2 empty seats, 3, 4 people, then 3, 4 empty seats, then 1, 2 people. You know, it was splotchy. I don't know. I've never seen the Toyota Center like that for a Raw, and I was concerned.
That's why you stick with the cheap seats, so you don't have to worry about it.
I guess so.
You see the wrestling, and then you see a whole bunch of bright light blinding you from everything else.
Yeah. So
what else did you like from Raw? Being there in
that was just an observation about my hometown. Okay, because I always try to like look at the crowd and see what the hometown is like, and I think I've talked about Houston always being a not marquee city, being more of a casual city. Yeah. But last night, even though that there wasn't a whole lot of people, and even in the live chat right now, Portia's saying that I saw people in suites. So okay, cool. So it's debatable, I guess. So don't just take my word for it. But if you were there, you know what I'm talking about. But what I was gonna say is that it seemed more marquee. A little bit more.
So the people that are watching that don't understand that term, define what marquee is.
More like people that would watch this. People that would go on and say, you know what, I've been watching wrestling since I was a kid for 15 years.
People that are in the know of what happens when you don't watch the television show.
People who get on and read dirt sheets, who read the rumors, who watch shows like our show, who are like,
there's actually a TMZ of pro wrestling. It's called the internet.
Yeah,
so that's where you get all the dirt, all the stuff you normally don't know.
That's what I mean. So, I don't mean the kids that and the mom and dad that just have the kids like, okay, well, this is a kid thing to go watch.
Yeah, you cheer John Cena, I'm gonna get wasted.
Oh, you know what? I used to watch Hulk Hogan back in the day when I was 30. I'm 50 now or 60 now. I think I'll go just to see it, you know, for something to do because I'm retired. Like not like that. Like that's more how it has been, especially because Houston's such an ethnically diverse crowd. You'll get people that are like from, you know, Mexico, Middle Eastern people, and people that are like more casual viewers, but like know about it. But it's like, oh wow, this is a cool thing. Let's go watch it. But the last couple of times I've been, especially last night, even though there was a smaller capacity crowd, it seemed like they kind of whittled away some of those casuals, and all that was left were the fucking smarks, the assholes like us that like scrutinize everything and want them to cater to us and give us our internet darlings and have Kevin Owens win everything and have AJ Styles win everything
and have Samoa Joe eat babies
and fuck Roman Reigns
and have Brock Lesnar cuss on television.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, he cussed on live television.
He did. He said shit.
I smelt it. I saw it.
Shit.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit more smirky. So yay.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like we've been meandering around here on Raw. Is there anything specific that you want to bring up from Raw?
I will be in Brooklyn in 5 weeks for SummerSlam. And for Raw, they're setting up a damn good table for me to have my dinner. Because Brock Lesnar came out and Kurt Angle came out and goes, "Playa, I'm gonna find you a good competitor for your next match at SummerSlam in Brooklyn." Out comes Roman Reigns. Out start the booze, but in your heart you're like, "This is gonna be good. Roman's gonna die. He's finally gonna die. He's finally gonna die.
I actually in that moment said, I want to see Brock versus Roman.
Yes,
I said that internally to myself. I was like,
don't say it out loud because your friends.
The fuck did I just say?
Your friends would leave you.
Yes,
I know your friends. Some of them are mine. They'd leave you.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By choice. My choice.
But yeah, like I for a split second forgot WrestleMania play button happened. I for a split second forgot that we have already seen this match and it was you know, I had already forgot that the only reason why that match was saved was because Seth ran in with the cash in.
Yeah.
I had almost forgot about all that bullshit and was like, yeah, I want to see Brock versus Roman at SummerSlam.
And then
the split second after that, I thought, hey, that motherfucker lost last night. He shouldn't be challenging for the title.
And then Samoa Joe came out. And I don't care that Samoa Joe lost.
Menacing ass hibiscus.
I don't even care that Roman Reigns lost. Samoa Joe said the one sentence that I wanted him to say that he's used before in NXT with Finn Balor. You didn't beat me. You survived me. And as a competitor, a former UFC champion, he can't live with himself knowing that he just escaped Samoa Joe. Mm-hmm. So I want to see Brock versus Samoa Joe again. Fuck it. I want to see Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns versus Brock again. Fuck it. We have this main event announced for next week. It's going to be Roman Reigns against Samoa Joe. The winner gets to face Brock in Brooklyn. Braun's going to come in there and fuck shit up. We're going to have a 4-way, and I'm going to be happy with that too.
Yes, that's exactly what my prediction is. Because if Roman can weasel his way into the match and Braun shows up, Braun could simply tell Kurt,
I beat him.
I beat him. Why is he in the match? I won. I should be the #1 contender. Joe lost to Brock. Roman lost to Brock. Roman lost to me. I should be the #1 contender. You got a point, Strowman? Okay. So if he goes in there and fucks up the match, you would think that, oh, well, that means just a triple threat. No, you fuck up the match and use logic. There should be a 4-way. That's what I think is going to happen. And we didn't come up with this on the spot. We were actually texting each other this with Chris and Scott the Scott. So that's kind of how we were able to just throw it out. Or, excuse me, Travis. Travis and Scott the Scott. The 4 horsemen.
What the hell's in this tea, bro?
It's just green tea, Lipton green tea.
What kind of green?
Anyway, so yes, that was a little premeditated. We did think about that earlier, but dude, that's my official prediction of what's going to happen next week, and I'm going to be happy as fuck to see it because, man, some of these multi-man matches, you kind of want to see it for the car crash elements of X Division-y kind of stuff, cruiserweighty kind of stuff. You know, a Money in the Bank ladder match, everyone's going to be running up a ladder and falling off.
Dying.
These 4 brutes, because that's what they are. They are bruiser men. They are big, strong, nasty ladies. Hefty. They are nasty women. They are going to go in and beat the ever-loving tar out of each other.
We've seen how good it can be because we got Seth, Cena, and Lesnar at Royal Rumble, the triple threat, and everybody got killed.
Everybody gonna die. Like, I'm so interested to see this because when is the last time we've had a multi-man match for a championship in the main event with nothing but big, strong, swole, throw you around types? When's the last time that's ever happened? I mean, we've had multi-man matches that aren't main events, that are like mid-card titles, Money in the Banks, that kind of thing. And it has like the littler guys, the more agile guys, the guys that'll run and jump and bump off of each other. But all 4 dudes being big bruiser-ass dudes, holy shit.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I can't even think of when the last time was, because every time I try to think of one, I was like, oh yeah, but that match had Kane in it, but it also had this other little guy. You know, oh, well, this had these 2, but oh, HBK, or oh yeah, Triple H and Batista, but oh no, no, all 3 big ass swole motherfuckers are just gonna go roar, smash. It's like
Rampage, the game.
Green Hulk versus Gray Hulk versus Red Hulk versus
She-Hulk.
And they're all gonna fucking Hulk each other in the ass. and it's gonna be glorious.
This reference brought to you by Pop Culture Rewind. Don't forget to pop your culture. The other thing that's
Hector brings out from Raw.
Oh, chingo.
Did y'all see how Brock took some steps back when Joe's music hit?
Yes.
That got you very
Brock sold the entire match on Great Balls like a fucking Oscar award winner. Like his face was like 8 different colors of like the gay pride rainbow. Mm-hmm. Even when the match was over, he didn't walk away like all pumped up. He was leaning back on the ring, like coughing up, like he still couldn't breathe. Like, true, dude, you made Joe a credible threat, and the fact that he even knows before Joe even had to say it on the microphone that Lesnar didn't beat him, he survived him. Dude, I want more of this, even if it involves other people, even though we both like all the people that's being involved.
Ryan vehemently disagrees with us.
He disagrees about everything. Nope. If I tell him the sun is, if the clouds are blue, he's going to say no.
He says, no triple threat matches, no 4-way matches, no, not for the title, exclamation point, exclamation point.
Question, Ryan. You're still going to watch that shit, aren't you? Shut the fuck up. We're back.
Well, I don't know if we're back on air.
Let's find out. Hold on. Wait.
Is it?
Oh, son of a bitch!
All right.
Blame this fuck.
No, blame you. You're the one who moved the thing.
I didn't pull the thing over. He's speaking typey with the computer.
Right. Okay, blame me. Yeah.
But we're back.
We're back.
Oh shit!
Power plug, not plugged in. Make battery drain and go.
Remember, not.
It was deleted.
Okay, let me get some water. We're still up.
Oh no.
Okay, Ryan. While you're gone, Ryan says I only really disagree with Chris because I don't like him.
You know what, Ryan? You could take a number and get in the back of the mile-long line of people that don't like me. Because look, I have no bucks to give to you. But I still like you as a listener, though. Keep listening to our show. Keep talking shit.
You're such a fucking heel.
Pero bien que les gusta.
Well, chicks dig heels, so yeah.
I
Ryan's not a chick, though.
I've seen his cleavage.
That being said, okay, where were we?
We were going to talk about
the what?
we're past that already.
Yeah, we're done with that. Yeah.
Did you watch Kurt Angle Homecoming on the network?
Yes, I did. I liked it. It was a little uplifting, a little tugging at the old heartstrings kind of thing. Like, oh man, honestly, I got to plead a little bit of ignorance here. I don't know too much about Kurt Angle's stories. I don't know how I've gotten away with not knowing about Kurt Angle a whole lot, other than the fact that he was an Olympic gold medalist. They were talking about him winning an Olympic gold medal with a broken freaking neck,
which we knew.
I thought he broke his neck while wrestling for the gold medal. I didn't realize he broke his neck before he even went to the Olympics. Oh, like that was informational to me. I didn't realize that. The stuff about him breaking his neck twice and then hiding it and only managing it with drugs, and that's how he got hooked on the pills. I didn't know that. I just knew he was hooked on pills, but I didn't know quite why, or the piecing everything together. When I saw Dixie on there, it's like Dixie's on
finally her dream come true to be recognized by Papa Bear. Papa Bear.
But when she was on there, I thought it was informational. Her basically saying, yeah, I thought the lighter schedule would be better for him, and then he would get better. Because like as fans, you sit here, especially back then, I would sit there and see, oh, TNA is just getting the thrown out rubbish of WWE. But fuck, Kurt Angle, he's not throwing out rubbish. What the fuck happened? And I didn't
technically
really
neither
know.
was Christian, but Christian was mid-level. Kurt Angle, Olympic gold medalist, right off the bat, you got money.
But my feeling about Christian at that time was WWE didn't know how to use him, and Christian took his ball and went home and went to work for somebody else that would appreciate him. Mm-hmm. But Kurt Angle, I felt like, man, WWE really dropped the ball with letting him get away. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that Vince wanted him there, and Vince wanted him to go to rehab, and Vince wanted him to do this and that. And he was the one who said, fuck you, and went. And when he went, I thought Dixie was like, okay, cool, let's get to work. No, according to the special, Dixie was like, you got to take it easy. Yeah. I know you want to go out there and entertain, and that's great, but man, you got to treat yourself well. So Dixie was kind of feeling the same way Vince was feeling, except that because of their recording schedule, they were able to, have more time to rest, and she thought that was going to be enough.
3 nights a month?
Yeah, but that wasn't enough. No, But Joe and who else was on that? AJ, they all said, man, there's no quitting the guy. Yeah. He would just go and go and go. And I didn't know all the stories behind all that. And it was interesting.
So you learned.
I learned. So I'm cool with it. I like the story.
The $64,000 question. Did the WWE just create a new character?
Create a new character?
Mm-hmm.
You mean Dixie, or you mean you think so?
You tell me. There's this wild-ass speculation and a whole bunch of rumors on the TMZ Wrestling's with the Z that apparently Kurt Angle is going to have one of these wrestlers that are on this roster as an illegitimate child of somebody.
Right. Well, that's the main, I guess, right now, the main rumor running around. Earlier in the day and in yesterday, the rumor was that, he's just going to have his mistress show up, and it's either going to be Dixie or has something to do with Stephanie or some shit like that. But now, later in the day today, it was more that, somebody's going to be his illegitimate child, kayfabe-wise. And the two main culprits that are being tossed around the interwebs is Jordan and Gable.
Obviously, the wrestling guys.
Yeah,
it's in their blood. So,
I don't want to steal my own entertainment thunder from me by speculating this way too goddamn much because I want to be surprised.
Yeah.
But the cat's kind of already out of the bag with that. Like, the speculation is just hitting me in the face when I'm reading Facebook. So
like a money shot?
Yeah, just right there. Oh, it's Jordan. Oh, it's Cable. Oh, it's Dixie.
And now you wonder why we don't have any female listeners on the show.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah.
All blanks over here.
But, I mean, okay, could it be Jordan? Yeah. Could it be Gable? Yeah. Could it be that this is the illegitimate son? Maybe. He's on the phone, said, okay, come next week. I love you. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. If it is illegitimate son and it turns out to be one of those two guys, good. That means one of these two guys all of a sudden is a fucking star with a big fucking storyline.
Mm-hmm.
And a Raw storyline, and both of those guys are SmackDown guys. Okay, I'm down. No, but does this mean that no, none of that's true, and this is actually more of a mistress is showing up, and it's Dixie, and Dixie is going to pull a Bischoff and show up, and now Dixie's in charge of Monday Night Raw. Like, you grimace at that, but I'm okay with it because
welcome to Dixieland, darling.
Look at the fucking heat that would bring. Holy shit, that would be that would be levels of heat that fucking old general manager could talk overnight. Like, that's gonna, like, we haven't seen heats that strong since them.
How much of the we're gonna talk about this then? How much of the overness of the Hardys since WrestleMania and all this, how much of that is from TNA? As in, how many people will know who the hell a Dixie Carter is if they didn't watch the network special, if they didn't watch Spike TV or Pop or Destination America or Fox Sports or online or whatever channel TNA had the last 15 years? Do you think she's going to get any kind of reaction?
I don't know who Bashira Mahali is or whatever that dude's name.
Shira Mahabali.
Yeah.
I don't even watch the show.
I don't know that guy. I don't know the running around with Shane Helms. I don't know those two guys. You know who I do know? I do know Samoa Joe. Do know AJ Styles. I do know Christopher Daniels. I do know a lot of people from TNA. Robert Roode. I know Eric Young from when TNA was good. Because, yes, TNA sucked the last 3 years. But before the last 3 years, TNA was fucking good.
Amazing Kong, beautiful people.
8, 9, 10 years ago, I thought TNA was at some point going to overtake WWE. Yeah. I thought at some point TNA was going to be a better competitor to WWE than WCW was. So, yes, people fucking know who the fuck Dixie Carter is. Because Dixie Carter had been there throughout that entire timeline when TNA got good. So, yeah, if people know who the fuck AJ Styles are, and they know who Samoa Joe is, they know who Dixie Carter is.
It helps that this week's coming up Raw is in Nashville, Tennessee.
Darling. So, yeah, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be like Bischoff showing up on Raw and taking over Raw. That's exactly what this is going to be. Okay. If this is a storyline, because again, this is wild speculation. They could go with something completely random that nobody on the internet is suspecting that it is. It could be something fucking way out of left field that has nothing.
Angle has lupus.
Angle found his little cowboy hat. I mean, they build fucking Brodus Clay as this monster that's going to kill everybody for weeks and weeks and weeks. And what do we get? The Funkasaurus. They build Emma as coming back as Emmalina for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And then what do we get? Bye. Come on, man. WWE's trolled us before. They could be trolling us with this bullshit right now. They could.
First impression of Big Ass.
You know what? I hate his fucking entrance music. I hate that music. It is so bad. It's terrible. But going back to Raw Talk.
After
Great
you
Balls.
told me this or I saw this somewhere.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job.
It's like I deserve a title shot.
Renee says, "Why do you think you are who you are? Why do you deserve?" I'm 7 feet tall. That's why. Okay, sit down, big man. Renee is just a commentator. Please don't hurt her.
Don't eat her.
Don't eat her. I'm sorry, sir. I am sorry. Domo, sorry. Sit down, please. I hope he's done with Enzo because
was a murdering. I love the murdering.
I love the promos that Enzo was cutting before it. I loved Enzo's mic work. He got fucking squashed, and I'm okay with him getting fucking squashed. Okay, please move on. Let's not have a rematch. Let's not drag this out for 4 or 5 months. Let's be done with it and let Cass move on to what he's saying he wants to move on to, which is, hey, I want Universal title. I want Brock. I want this and that. Like, okay, slow your roll there. You're not going to get Brock.
You're going to get the Big Show.
When you have these 3 other guys, you know. But on Raw, yeah, Big Show comes out. You know what? You slay Big Show. Big Show has been the 7-foot guy for what, 15 years, 20 years? Mm-hmm. Torch, here you go. Pass that fucking torch. Yeah, I don't mind seeing that torch pass. And you see these really big, tall dudes that WWE has been pushing for, years and years and years. Undertaker, Kane, Big Show, Khali. He's right up there with them as far as agility goes, strength goes. He could talk. Hell, he talks better than Big Show. He definitely talks better than Khali.
I'm going to take a step back there, player.
No, he talks better than Big Show.
When Cass...
Go for it.
When Cass... Right along. Okay. Naturally, as a human being, as a 7-foot tall super edge, as normal.
Super edge.
He talks fine. He talks eloquently. He talks like he's comfortable speaking to you. When Cass is force-fed lines, and you have to know when to pause, and then you have to learn to emote. When he's forced to do things that are out of his comfort zone, it's awful. It's fucking awful. Pay attention to it. In the next couple weeks, pay attention to Cass's promos and how he delivers it, as opposed to an episode of Ride Along or Talking Smack where he's not reading anything, where he's just off the cuff. You're going to notice the difference.
I will counteract that by saying it's not any awfuler it's not any awfuler than the worst promos of Khali, the worst promos of Big Show, the worst promos of Kane, and you know what? I'm going to fucking say it. The worst promos of The Undertaker. Because let's face it, The Undertaker is the phenom, whatever. He's fucking big shit.
Some of those 95, 96, 97 promos weren't all that awesome.
He wasn't the best talker. I think that Big Cass could be better than all those talk-wise.
Now, forget all of those.
Okay.
Who do we have as big guys right now? We have Baron Corbin. We have
bigger than him.
You got Jinder Mahal.
He's bigger than him.
Promo-wise, you think he's better than both of those? Because they're building both of them up as big guys.
Corbin, yes. Mahal, no.
Okay.
He's better on the mic than Corbin. Not better than Mahal. I think I love how people shit on Mahal's mic skills. When he speaks perfect English, you know what he's saying.
He just sounds like he needs a glass of Theraflu before he goes out on the mic. Other than that, he's solid.
But he knows what he's saying. So.
Is that it for Raw? That's everything.
Okay.
SmackDown, the blue brand. We had a U.S. Open chat. Never mind. So the main event, we had AJ and Cena against Owens and Rusev. Handsome Rusev. What'd you think?
Yes, Handsome Rusev. All the things. Give all the things to Handsome Rusev. I want him to have the keys to the castle so fucking bad, but I'm so fucking like Cena. No.
Here's my issue with that.
Okay.
You were saying, oh man, I want to see Roman versus Lesnar, and I'm fine with it. I don't want people to know, but I'm fine with it inside.
I was for a split second.
Yeah. When AJ Styles goes out, you know what? This white guy that used to rap did such a good job at making this belt important. I'm going to follow in his footsteps. And then guess what? The white guy that used to rap, that had the belt, came out and said, oh, you mean everybody but me, right? And he goes, no, player, I especially mean you.
Yep.
And the referee came out. They were about to have that match right there.
Yep.
I had that exact thought you did. I was like, I want to see this. I don't mind. I like John Cena now.
You forgot about Cena versus AJ all last year.
I'm cool. Like John's like, I'm cheering John.
Okay.
I have Roman taboo now.
That's how I feel about Roman. I'm like, you know what?
Okay.
I'm okay with Roman. I'll be fine with them, and I'm okay with Cena right now. When I'm talking about my disappointment of Cena versus Roman, it's not because it's fucking Cena. It's because man, you're not gonna give Rusev. I said Roman earlier. I meant Rusev. You're not gonna give Rusev the
green light push,
the shine that I want him to have. Because if you put these two against each other, you know who's going to win. And it's not because, fuck Cena, I don't want Cena to win. That's gone away now. I don't mind Cena winning, but I don't want it to be at the expense of Rusev. Mm-hmm. So that sentiment about this particular feud is more about lack of Rusev than it is like oversaturation of Cena. Okay. But what if Rusev wins? What if Rusev beats Cena?
That's a hell of a push for Rusev.
That's a hell of a push for Rusev.
Rusev versus AJ for the belt at SummerSlam?
Yes. Handsome Rusev versus phenomenal AJ. Yes. Yes.
Which leaves,
I'm going to sit here and grin all day if that happens.
Which leaves Cena with Jinder Mahal.
Yes.
The heavyweight title.
Yes.
And Cena
at SummerSlam.
And Cena can keep losing, and I'm still going to be...
If Cena beats Jinder Mahal at SummerSlam...
17-time champion if he beats Jinder. Breaks the record.
I will be okay with it.
So
I'll tell you what I'm not going to be okay with.
Oh, shit.
I am not okay with Randy Orton beating Jinder Mahal in the Punjabi prison match at Battleground.
He's not gonna.
He better fucking not.
He's not gonna.
He better not. No. Because they have such a golden fucking opportunity right now to redeem the Punjabi prison match, one, and to put something on Jinder Mahal that you failed to do over the last, 10 years or so, which is give a signature match to a wrestler. That's something that happened all the time in the 90s and even early 2000s.
Boss Man had the cage match before, right?
Yeah,
mostly Boss Man.
This is this guy's specialty. This is their specialty match. Hell, they even did it with weapons. Oh, sledgehammer, that's Triple H's thing. Oh, a bat, that's Sting's thing.
Buried alive, Undertaker's
buried alive. Chairs, oh, that's Edge and Christian's thing. Ladders, that's the Hardys' thing. Tables, that's the Dudley's thing. Everybody had their own thing, and it
Kendo stick was
Steve Blackman. That was his thing. You know, everybody had their own like either weapon or match or something that was a specialty. If Jinder Mahal beats Randy Orton convincingly, which he's already beaten him twice before.
Which, by the way, this isn't a pinfall match. It's escaping both the cages.
You have to escape both.
So Orton can lose and still maintain credibility.
If he wins and beats Randy Orton in this match that he requested as champion,
he's a made man after that.
He's a made man, but he's also... Even if he loses at the next pay-per-view to Cena, which I would be okay with. Like, beat Orton, okay. Lose to Cena, okay. Because you already got this guy with a new thing. He can lose to Cena, go have another feud that's like a high-profile match, and then you know what? Next year, another fucking big high-profile match. You know what? He's in a really hot feud with I don't know who, fucking somebody. Fuck you, I want you in my match. In my Punjabi prison. Yeah. And then, you're gonna die now.
Yeah.
Because you have such an opportunity to give something big to a new star and to redeem something from the past that was just terrible. Yeah. Because WWE was all about redeeming Brock Lesnar and Goldberg. Yeah. I sat in front of this microphone and shat all over this match before it happened. And then when that match happened, I had to eat crow, man, because Brock versus Goldberg wasn't that bad. They made up for WrestleMania 20. And you know what? You have opportunity to make up for Big Show versus Undertaker and for Great Khali versus Batista. Because in this Punjabi prison match, this is a gimmick match. It is so gimmicky. It's gimmick out the wazoo. It's 2 cages made of bamboo. Can you imagine what would happen if you had this kind of match with X Division guys, if you had Shelly, Sabin, Suicide, and AJ, all these old school TNA X Division guys, they're going to be climbing up the thing, jumping off, doing backflips, scurrying through, going this way, that way. That's what would make that match badass, okay? But the reason why people shit on the Punjabi prison match is because what they've seen has been shit. Imagine, you remember the escape matches from TNA?
Yes.
The big dome with the hole in the middle.
Butthole of doom.
The butthole. And you know how the gimmick sounds fucking dumb? And the gimmick looks like it'd be terrible.
And fucking Homicide's trying for 8 minutes to climb out and he can't. So he lost.
But you know what saved it? The performers knew what to do with it.
Yeah.
But can you imagine what would have happened if you got the escape match and you put Great Khali, Undertaker, Big Show, and Batista in there? Yeah, that match is gonna fucking suck because they can't climb. They can't climb. They're not gonna do anything. And that's exactly why the Punjabi prison matches, the first 2 go-arounds, fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Big Show isn't gonna be climbing up over stuff. Undertaker, yeah, he's good, but he's 7 feet tall, man. He's not jumping around, climbing through stuff. Khali, it was supposed to be his match.
Khali was breaking bamboo. He was climbing.
Khali can't even walk to the ring.
They had the trap door in the inside one so he could crawl out.
But I have faith that that Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal
can do it. Yeah.
Now I'm not saying that they're Alex Shelley.
It's
and
not. I'm not
TJP.
calling. I'm not expecting a 5-star clinic. I'm just expecting enough entertainment that I'm not going to fast forward or change the channel.
Exactly. Like I expect them to be able to do more than the Great Khali and Big Show. That's not asking too much. I'm not asking for them to put on a 5-star, but I think that they could do better and hopefully redeem this match.
So if the flag match isn't your taste, because it's too old school, if the Punjabi match isn't your taste, because it looks like something from Chuck E. Cheese, the other match that I'm already like high for is Baron Corbin versus Nakamura Shinsuke. Because they have the opportunity with like they did with Roman and Strowman, where both of the guys can leave with their stock higher than it was when you got there. And just like with Braun, the stock was already to the moon with Braun. Just like right now, Nakamura, they've been doing a damn good job of cock teasing every single person that goes to SmackDown Live. Yes. Because if you want to see him wrestle, you got to pay the big money or you got to pay $9.99 a month to watch him on the network on the events. And I fucking love that they're doing it. Even on the fucking pay-per-view, Nakamura comes out, all the fans are singing, oh shit, he jumped him. Boo! They interrupted our karaoke night. You know, they're doing such a damn good job. Like it's run by a woman. So
what?
So Nakamura and Corbin, I've been wanting to like Corbin like I've been wanting to like Roman.
Okay.
For the redeeming qualities. Corbin on the stick is pretty good. Corbin in the ring, you can see he's getting better. This is not the guy from NXT that we just wanted off our television. He's actually a lot better right now. He's got a lot of potential now. I can see why they gave him the opportunity with this Money in the Bank briefcase.
That's fair.
So with Corbin and Nakamura, as awesome as I want to see the flag match, because I'm an old school guy, I love these old school matches. As much as I'm curious to see Bamboo Shoot from Six Flags, I'm putting down money to see Nakamura versus Corbin.
Did you see the thing floating around last night and today of a kid in the audience being upset and crying and Baron Corbin going over there and consoling the little kid?
Yeah.
What'd you think of that?
Triple H did that last year similarly with a kid that was just like, it's too real for me. Yeah. Like, it's all right, man. You're going to go to sleep eventually.
Yeah. I feel like Triple H attempted to be subtle with it. I mean, I wasn't there in the arena, but when I saw the pictures and the story leak online, it looked like he tried to go, hey, it's okay, kid, don't worry about it. I'll take you backstage, you know?
Yeah.
But like with this kid, I saw the video and it was like, oh, man, you're crying? Hey, come here, little man. Like everyone around was like clapping. It's like, oh, okay, cool. You know, I'm gonna take off my shirt and give you my shirt. Oh, okay, cool. Hey,
you're a walking jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, like, and then like, kind of hamming it up there. Did you just go into business for yourself and do a face turn? Was this planned? Is this a planned face turn? Like, what the hell? And then like everybody is talking about it today, and everyone's like, "Oh, good guy for Baron Corbin. Oh, he's a nice boy. He's a good dude."
Oh
like, wait,
no!
what?
Oh no! Wait till this episode of SmackDown where he uses that as his fuel for the heat he's gonna get. He's gonna turn his just wait. There has to be a promo where he makes fun of everybody in the audience that thinks that that Nakamura has the slightest chance of beating him, and he's gonna make every kid cry in the arena when he beats Nakamura.
Then he'll have to go and console every fucking kid.
That's gonna be freaking awesome, dude. I have flashbacks of freaking the pay-per-view in Dallas where Sheamus beat Cena for the title, and all the kids in the arena were crying, and the video camera were zooming in on the kids going, ah. I was fucking gold, man.
All right.
I loved it.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm hoping he turns that into more heat for him. That's how he's going to get in the business for himself. He's going to take that and use it as momentum for him to get more booze.
All right. Listen to this. All right.
Oh, shit.
Hector.
I knew it. Hector. I knew it.
Do you see Cena and Styles being the WWE version of Omega Okada? Should Cena and Styles have another match? that look right there. Thank you, Hector.
Yeah. They teased it on SmackDown. I was ready for it in the moment.
Okay. I was ready for it too. That backstage, after the fact and after all that happened, and Cena's like, hey, don't think that I forgot. And hey, I didn't forget.
We'll talk about the belt later. Tonight, I got your back.
Tonight, I got your back.
And then after the match, they still had that back and forth.
And then they went, shook hands and everything and all that, still showing respect to each other. But we're gonna tangle one day again. Oh, ooh, woo. Yes.
I wonder if that friendship will continue through Survivor Series as Team SmackDown against Team Raw, and then they do that at WrestleMania.
Ryan says no. Ryan, you're a very contrary.
I thought I was an asshole. You're an even bigger asshole.
He's not an asshole.
I'll buy you beer later.
He's not an asshole. He's just disagreeing with you.
That makes him an asshole to me.
But you're an asshole. That's like a double negative there.
He has a different stink that smells just as bad. It's just different. All right? You should know.
What? Why should I know?
Is that it for SmackDown? In a nutshell?
I'm sure we're forgetting something.
Oh, we are. Chuck Norris edition of Fashion Files.
Go for it. Yes!
Go for it, man.
Dude, right when I thought that, they've ran through all the cop shows.
Oh, no.
I fucking forgot that there's a whole other subgenre of cop shows. Yeah, there's like the Kung Fu action shows. And what's the best Kung Fu action cop show? Walker, Texas Ranger. Hell yeah. And then they teased for next week an X-Files, an X-Fashion Files. Oh my God. Like, here I was thinking like Miami Vice and Chips and that's it. No, there's way more. They could do this for fucking a year. And
it's going to spread, bro. There's going to be Silk Stockings. There's going to be Unsolved Mysteries. There's going to be Hawaii Five-0. Oh my God. There's going to be NTSF SDSUV.
Wait until they start doing movies. They're going to do Lethal Weapon. Fandango. I'm too old for this shit.
No. I could see fucking Tyler Breeze in a white spandex suit, and they redo Big Hero 6.
All right,
dude.
Ryan says, "Oh, I'm an asshole. I freely admit that." Hector, is there going to be any New Japan talk?
Well, the New Japan talk was last week because the airing on Access for the second night of the U.S. title tournament, that happened live on the Japan Network. So we talked about that last week, and we already made our picks. We talked about it. You still have homework because you haven't seen squat douche, nothing, zero, zip, nada, the square root of jack from that tournament. And
right.
I've been giving you have my credentials to watch it.
I do. Yes.
You just haven't made time.
I haven't made time.
How? And this is proof. I walk in here with 30 minutes before we record. He's not even halfway done with Lucha Underground. He's had a busy week of nothing because he was off all day today. Yeah, no excuse.
I was busy.
Mm-hmm.
I was.
Yeah.
Shut up. You don't know my life. What do we got next?
There go my purse. I didn't get to watch 205 live because I was doing a lot of shit.
Dick.
Rapid fire. 205.
This isn't gonna be rapid fire. Okay.
Oh shit.
All right. We're gonna settle in here.
Uh-oh.
And savor. The succulence.
Okay, let me pop. I'll get some.
That was the feud between Rich Swann and TJP this week.
Oh shit. Okay.
Rich Swann goes out there fighting nameless jobber. Well, they gave him a name, but he was a nobody. Okay. Goes out there, about to start the match, waiting for the opening bell. No opening bell. TJP music hits. TJP walks out, walks in front of the commentator's desk, doesn't sit behind the desk and get on the microphone. No, he stands in front of the desk, arms crossed, leaned back on the desk, watching the match. Rich Swann proceeds to have a match with this jobber. Jobber's still a 205 guy, a little guy, but he's still getting in his moves. Surprised Rich Swann here and there. Got a little flurry of offense, knocked him off his feet. Rich Swann got surprised, beat him. Rich Swann finally beat him, but, it was more competitive than it should have been for a jobber. All right? But it was still squash nonetheless. TJP gets on the stick and says, oh, man, I guess a win's a win, and good job, Rich Swann, but you know what? I would have beaten that guy in half the time. The guy is sitting in the corner selling, still like, oh God, the referee's over there checking on him, like, hey, you okay? And TJP is cutting this promo on Rich Swann about, like, you know what? I would beat him faster. I would have think the guy that would have been that gave me a run for my money at the Cruiserweight Classic wouldn't have had a hard time with the guy like this. You know what? Hey, production guys in the back, how much time did it take for him to beat this nobody? They put it up on the Titan Time.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
3 minutes and 30 some odd seconds, right? Rich, I bet that I could beat this chump faster than you beat him. Hey, chump, do you believe in second chances? Because I'm offering you a second chance. You want to have another match here on TV? He's, yeah. Ring the bell. Rings the bell. This guy gets up, hits him one time. I'm like, what the fuck? Tries to get him in the leg bar. He wiggles out of it. The fuck? Bam! Detonation kick 1, 2, 3. Beats him in 28 seconds. Then he gets up. Told you I could beat him faster than you.
That's boss, dude. That is fucking boss.
That was fucking brilliant, man. I loved it so much. And that tweener role that he is kind of like fitting into, because, the week before, Swann was like, hey, man, are you TJ Perkins, the same guy that I've known for 10 years, or are you TJP? You're being a dick. Let's not be a dick. But, hey, man, let's compete a little bit. So there's still like, he wasn't being a complete heel, but he was being a heel. So he was kind of
a limp dick.
He was flirting that line, man. He was flirting that line, but in the brilliant way, man. I loved it, dude. It was great. So that's
I need to go. You know what? I need to go back and watch that.
You need to watch that.
That sounds like I would have a blast.
It was story. That story was good. I ate that shit with a silver spoon. I loved that story. Now,
that Simpsons episode where Homer tells Bart, yeah, when I used to be a kid, I had a catcher's mitt. I wanted a catcher's mitt. My dad wouldn't give it to me. So I held my face until I turned blue and banged my head on the coffee table. It's like, Dad, what's the point of this story? I like stories. That was you just now.
All right. Do you want to hear another story? Because apparently you didn't watch the
Go.
5, right?
Go. Keep it coming. Story time with Abel Morales.
My match of the week pick, probably?
Oh.
I quit match. I quit match. Between
Alexander and Noam Dar.
Noam Dar, Cedric Alexander. I wasn't expecting an I quit match. I didn't know what was going to happen. They announced it. They announced it earlier in the evening. And I'm thinking, you know what? Thank God. Because this storyline needs to end.
It needed to end weeks ago.
It did. It needed to end weeks ago. It did. And I'm like, please let this be the end of it. So I'm already kind of frustrated with the story, and I'm glad it's going to be no quit because you can't really do much else after a no quit. So it should be the end. But the reason why I like it so goddamn much is because holy fuck, this was not just another flippy dippy 205. 205 is the varsity B league, whatever. No, this was. Oh, the little guys aren't being little. They're being fucking men right now. They've grown the fuck up, and they're doing stuff that you would have seen on any fucking match on an Extreme Rules pay-per-view, on a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, whatever. It was pay-per-view quality enough to where it could steal the fucking show. Enough to where I'm saying that I'm not sure if that's my match of the week or a 30-man tag team Iron Man match between the Hardys. 30 minute between the Hardys and Sheamus and Cesaro might not be better than this match. They were hitting each other. Okay, you know the turnbuckle turner thing, not the buckle itself, but the thing that connects the post to the thing. You know, you stick a wrench in there and you turn it, and that's how you get the rope tight. They took the padding off of that. And Cedric Alexander shoved his hand in between those two little iron rods and was wrenching back on his hand using the metal as a fulcrum.
God.
Do you quit? No. Do you quit? No. Thumb to the eye to get out. It was brutal, man. They did some stuff on the ramp. Flatliner on the ramp. Referee goes to Noam Dar. Do you quit? Noam Dar is just staring at the lights. Doesn't say a word. You think he's dead. He's just there like, do you quit? No, do you quit? And he's just dead. He's dead. Get into the ring, all right? This is more towards the end of the match. They brought out some toys to play with. The chairs and stuff, right? Noam winds up having his hand in the chair. And Cedric is standing on top over him. And he goes, You better quit. Are you going to quit right now? No, I'm not going to quit. All right, you asked for it. Stop. Oh my God. Referee, do you quit? Do you give up? He gets in his face. Cedric gets in his face. This is your last warning. You better quit. No, I didn't quit. Stomp, 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 stomp. He kept going. He didn't stop. Until he said, okay, I quit. It's like, wow. Oh my God. It was brutal, dude. Fucking brutal, man. Like, I am so frustrated.
You're sweating right now.
I am so frustrated that half of the WWE fan base probably didn't watch this match because it was on 205. This match could have been on the pay-per-view and stole the fucking show.
Could that have main evented Raw?
That could have main evented Raw. That could have been the opener for Great Balls of Fire.
That, my friend, is a hot cake.
Yes.
Hot take.
Hot take. I don't know if I want to say that's my match of the week. For
Dude,
me,
you've been gushing about it, bro.
It's between that and the tag match. So you know what I'm saying? I'm saying that one of these two matches is better than Strowman Roman, is better than Joe versus Brock.
That's blasphemy.
Wow. It should be blasphemy. It should, but damn, that's how good I thought it was. So for me, it's a toss-up between those two. Unless you have any other input or anybody in the chat has any other input, I got to give it a tie for match of the week. Okay, bring it back down.
Tell me about the main event for NXT. Bobby Roode against Roderick Strong.
Okay, you know how you walked in on me halfway through Lucha Underground? But I was also eating dinner and the girls were eating dinner. During the main event, I was like, Roderick Strong, Bobby Roode, all right. I watched the first few minutes. All right. Dude, it's like almost 7 o'clock. I should probably start setting up for the show. So I started setting up for the show and just kind of halfway paying attention, halfway listening, because the first 5 minutes of the match didn't capture my attention. You're already in there with Bobby Roode and Roderick Strong. That's already doesn't have my attention. As much as Roderick Strong was on the uptick with those backstage vignettes, it's kind of taper off. You know, with this feud with Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode, I still don't like the guy. I still don't care about him. He's just a song, and the song isn't what got him over. Ciampa Gargano trolling him with the song got him over because they were making fun of how stupid the song was. So for me, there's nothing to be over with him. Now, when I was setting up and I heard Roderick Strong's music play, I go, really? Title change on not an NXT takeover. Okay, that's interesting. Continue doing what I'm doing. And then I heard Bobby Roode's music hit. I'm like, hey, Forrest Randy, what the fuck happened? And they had to tell me, oh, they restarted the match, over shenanigans, whatever, Bobby Roode won. I'm like, oh, all right. You went back to doing stuff. So you tell me.
I will try my best.
Okay.
A lot of wrestling over the weekend. A lot of catching up on rest.
Uh-huh.
Today, I saw Lucha Underground.
Okay.
I finished watching Lucha. I started watching Lucha Underground during lunch. Finished watching it when I got home because I bought the episode on iTunes. It's on my big, nice curved TV. I'm watching the rest of Lucha.
All right.
I got about 50 minutes to kill before I get ready to come over here.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna watch NXT. Opening tag match. Itami and Ono.
Sanity.
It was hard, man. My interest wasn't all there. Something about Ono. Oh no.
Yeah, I say that every time it comes out. Oh no.
Main event right after. Well, they had backstage promos for a couple of things, but this is a 30-minute main event.
Mm-hmm.
Rude and Strong. I shit you not, my man. I fell asleep 3 different times watching that match, and the only reason I woke up is because I have a tendency. Once I fall asleep on my couch, I don't wake up until 2 or 3 in the morning. And I had this podcast to do. And I did not want to leave you hanging, you calling me, blowing up my phone like an X for an hour and a half, not realizing that I'm just knocked unconscious because the cure for insomnia was this episode of NXT. Ah! So that is literally my review of NXT for this week. That was it.
Wow.
And I made the right call because lunch started. And I'm right there at Olive Garden, and I'm like, what am I going to watch? What do I want to watch? And right now, if you had to put a gun on my head, NXT or Lucha, click, I'm getting Lucha.
Lucha or 205. Oof. After that glowing review of 205.
I think overall Lucha.
Okay.
But by a hair. Because
okay.
205, they're starting to get more consistent. But Lucha's got 2.5 seasons of built-up equity that they have not dropped the ball yet.
True.
To the point where every week I'm watching Lucha, I was like, I need to know what happens next.
Okay.
Need to know. But yeah, so that's it for NXT.
Okay. Let me throw out a question that Hector has in the live chat. He says, also, do you think that the New Japan US title was made for Omega? Do you think that they used that to keep him in New Japan? Also, do you see a match between Omega versus Ibushi for the U.S. title?
Holy dog shit. That's a lot. Okay, Kenny Omega, they did the U.S. title for, to be honest. They honestly did not need the United States title if they wanted to further their brand here. Because they've already been doing some co-promoting shows with Ring of Honor at least 7 years. Hell, you went to one at WrestleMania weekend at WrestleMania 24 in Orlando. Mm-hmm. So you already have a taste of what New Japan is.
Right.
But you just got like a sample. You didn't go to the buffet with an open plate saying, give me.
You're right.
Now you're like wanting to try everything on the bar. Mm-hmm. You don't really need the U.S. title for that. So that's probably just something on New Japan's end where you have X amount of talent and you've already got so many fucking titles. You got the Neverweight, you have the GHC, you have the freaking the New Japan belts. Yeah, I was like, fuck. Why not another one?
Why the fuck not?
I think they kind of dropped the ball with the Omega thing. I don't know if we talked about it in detail last week, but man, I was so hoping that Okada was going to lose to Cody and that Cody was going to cost Omega the title in the final round, have Omega go through the G1 climax, have the Young Bucks choose between the Bullet Club and the Elite, and build all that up to Kenny Omega versus the Nightmare Cody Rhodes, the Elite against the Bullet Club, main eventing Wrestle Kingdom for the heavyweight title. They can still do that with the Ring of Honor title since Cody has it. They can kind of still do it with the U.S. title that Omega has right now. But right now, Cody's getting some attention that I didn't even think he would get. And right now, Omega, freaking 6-star club. You know, he's like riding the Nimbus cloud right now. He's on top of the world. He's got as much traction, if not more, than Tanahashi, Okada, freaking Tetsuya Naito, anybody. That's the guy right now.
Yeah.
So maybe they made the belt just to pacify him, just to keep him around. But I don't even think Omega would want to come to WWE.
Well, here's my 2 cents on this. Even though I'm not as big of a fan of New Japan as you are, not because I think they suck. I think they're fantastic. It's just
you don't. When you have enough.
Yeah. I have too much on my plate. But and Hector in live chat kind of stole my thunder a little bit on this. What my fear is with the New Japan US title is the same fear that I'm starting to realize with the WWE UK title. After we saw Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunne, we haven't heard a peep out of anybody about this fucking title. That match happened. It was badass.
It's our match of the year candidate.
It's on the list of match of the year candidates. I want more, but I've gotten less. And less of 1 is 0. There's no mention at all on Raw, on SmackDown, on NXT, just randomly on the network. They said that they were going to get a weekly show. There's nothing. And what I was kind of hoping with the UK title is that, all right, we're going to get some other like 205E division or show or something, or maybe you'll just piggyback off of NXT and it'll consistently be around, you know. But no, squadoosh, as you like to say, has happened with it. Yeah. I'm afraid that might be what's going to happen with the US title for New Japan, because while I can see New Japan could possibly use this as a strategy to work their way into the US households more so, you know, hey, we have a U.S. title. Check out your United States champion. And even though we're a company from Japan, this is our guy. It's a guy from, you know, your side of the world. You know, he's Canadian, but whatever. You know, check him out. Okay, cool. That's going to put more eyeballs. Does that mean that you're going to start a new show? I saw rumors that they're branching out to the U.S. a little bit more. I haven't seen any branches.
Where are the
branches?
That part's going to take time. Now, the way to shore up some of that time is if they're having talks with Sinclair, because Sinclair owns Ring of Honor. Sinclair also has their own television studio network around the country, even though it doesn't reach everybody. They have a weekly television show. Maybe they could sign a contract with New Japan where they can have your 2 hour, like Destination America had that 2 hour back-to-back knockout punch. We're giving you Ring of Honor from 7 to 8. We're giving you Impact Wrestling from 8 to 10.
Right.
So Sinclair could be like, all right, here's some American from 8 to 9. It's some Japanese from 9 to 10. You know, or maybe they're going to do something on Access where it's more current stuff. That could be your weekly show on Access, building up to your monthly pay-per-views on your New Japan network. Oh, you want to see the Stars defend the title, 862 yen a month?
But for all that to happen, it needs to happen.
Yeah.
And you're laying out all this groundwork of how they have the infrastructure to actually do it. Well, you know what? The WWE has laid the groundwork for the infrastructure to actually do something with the UK title, and they've done shit.
Yeah.
Now, is New Japan a little bit more responsible with their stuff than WWE is with their stuff? WWE tends to fly by the seat of their pants sometimes. Okay, New Japan sometimes a little bit more meticulous. Okay, cool, let's give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. But if this is the same type of thing, I'm going to be disappointed twice. Disappointed with the UK title from WWE, disappointed with the US title from New Japan. Hopefully that doesn't happen. That's my take on it.
My rebuttal to that is, you shouldn't be caring.
Why should I not care?
The guy that doesn't have the network subscription. You, the guy that doesn't have the time on your plate. You, the guy that didn't even bother to watch the tournament in the first place. When you make the effort to watch some more New Japan, when you make the effort to start realizing who is on this brand, then you have the right to bitch about why the UK belt isn't defended every week. Not to mention, you got the UK belt to bitch about. You watch WWE a lot more. You go over there into that corner, complain about that.
Okay.
Bitch.
Well, that's enough of that. Put me in my
That answers
place.
that for whoever asked the question.
That's Hector.
Hector, there, you're welcome. Lucha Underground, the final round. The final matches in the first round of the Cueto Cup.
Yes.
The winner of this whole shebang gets the title shot at Ultima Lucha 3.
Yes.
Sexy versus PJ Black, Son of Havoc against Son of Madness, Puma against Ricky Mandel, and Dante Fox against Dragon Azteca. Is there anything from that episode that you saw? Because you only saw half.
I only saw the first half.
Is there anything you want to mention?
It sucks knowing what's happened to PJ Black, because even though he won this opening round and damn, he beat Sexy Star. Oh, fuck. That means he might go deep into the tournament. Oh, that's if he didn't base jump and break both his legs and lose a finger. Fuck.
What?
You didn't hear about this?
No.
He was in a base jumping accident. He broke both his legs and lost a finger. Lost. L-O-S-T. Lost a finger. It's gone. Bye-bye. Adios. No more fingy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So.
Damn.
Yeah. That's hardcore.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, oh, shit. Ugh. So watching that, I'm like, oh, damn. But he won. Yay. Okay, great. Because, Lucha was taped, last decade.
Yeah.
So I guess it's okay. Okay. I mean, he could probably win the whole goddamn thing.
That makes me very weary for season 4, because there's been a lot of guys on that roster that are top talent on that roster openly admitting that they want out of that brand because of the way AAA handles itself in contracts and airing
Puma
and stuff like that. Puma, Pentagon, Phoenix, freaking PJ Black's hurting. Conan now is on Global Force. So
yeah.
I'm trying to temper that, the old Mitch Hedberg joke. I don't want to eat an apple because eventually it's going to be a core. It's like, I'm going to just try to enjoy season 3 for what it is, knowing that season 4 is probably going to be nothing like this, everything we've seen so far.
The landscape is changing so much because there's been so much time between the recordings. Like, they should have called this season 4 and let season 5 be so radically different, because it is going to be so radically different. But man, I don't know. Again, you brought this up earlier. Lucha Underground has built up enough equity in the first 2 seasons where I'm like 2.5 seasons where I'm like, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. So I'm going to wait on season 4 until season 4 gets here. Yeah. Right now, season 3. Okay, let's keep on going. But I'm like, I would have enjoyed this match a little bit more had I not known that PJ Black is almost dead.
Yeah.
And that's why at the expense of Sexy Star too. Like, damn, if they could have had the foresight to see that he would have almost killed himself, why not give Sexy the win? But of course that's
this is the problem. And this is the problem with pre-tape wrestling in general, especially when it's good or when it has the potential to be great. For example, they've already taped all the episodes of Global Force Impact leading towards Destination X, but 5 weeks before that, your heavyweight champion is suspended. So why do I give a fuck about anything that's happening with the heavyweight title on Impact Wrestling, knowing that once the next night they're probably going to have to hit the reset button and do something crazy because their guy is going to still be suspended? Why do I care about Why should I care, even though I do? Why should I care about how this season of Lucha is going to go when some of my favorite wrestlers are probably not going to be there season 4? Why am I caring about
Pentagon, Phoenix, and PJ Black? Right?
Why am I caring about a woman's title match at a pay-per-view knowing that the chick's hurt 3 weeks before the event's actually going to happen with Ember Moon in NXT? So there's a reason for all the benefits of cost cutting and expense saving of taping 8 episodes in 3 days to have your next 2 months already in the can. There's still a value of having a live weekly episode,
or even bi-weekly, or even monthly. Like, that's still going to be better than fucking 5 years ago.
Yeah. Well, obviously over exaggerating on 5 years ago, but it feels that long.
Okay, how long ago were these tapings done?
Last year.
Okay.
We're in July.
A lot can happen in a year. A lot can happen. All right.
That's it.
I don't want to shit all over Lucha. There's something else I want to bring up that I really, really, really have been enjoying. It's all these training vignettes and the putting over of
Johnny Mundo against Rey Mysterio for the heavyweight title.
Yeah.
The night that we have the finals of the Cueto Cup. So after that night, we will have a champion and a challenger that are going to main event Ultima Lucha 3. Dude. Fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I like this voiceover guy that we don't know who the fuck he is, but he sounds like Australian or something.
Australian guy commenting over a Mexican heavyweight match.
Yeah, a Lucha Underground.
Match. Yeah.
But I like the fact that they are building this match that is like so far off in the distance. Like considering that like the season finale is that far away, but everything was recorded that far away, that like this is kind of impressive. It's going to feel like it's really epic once we finally get to it, or it's going to feel like come on already, chingao, But I'm not sure. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But for right now, I'm like, I'm buying it.
It wouldn't shock me if that night the only matches we get are the finals of the Cueto Cup and Ray, Johnny Mundo. Those two matches alone are probably going to fill up the 48 minutes. That's going to call an episode, and that could be quite possibly the best episode of the season.
Although remember, Ultima Lucha was a 2-night event.
Ultima Lucha Dos was a 3-night event.
Was it?
Ultima Lucha was 2 nights, the first one.
And then Dos was 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one will be a year and a half.
Ultima Lucha again.
Ultima Lucha 3,000.
Yes. God damn it. Son of Havoc and Son of Madness. Do you like it? I think I like it.
I like it. The commentary made a perfectly good argument of why I should care about this. Vampiro, knowing that he's a freaking he's got his hand in everything. He knows everything about everything. He's just a typical hunk that knows everything about everything. So
did you just call Vampiro a hunk?
Did you ever watch freaking Check It Out with Dr. Steve Brule? I need to turn you on to that show. So basically, Vampiro on commentary, which again, we love Lucha for their commentary.
Yes.
They don't insult our intelligence.
Right.
So he tells us straight out, I was like, dude, this looked like this guy knows him. Son of Havoc knows him because he ran right up to him and started throwing haymakers. In a biker club, in a BC, if you screw up,
the same logo on his back.
If you screw up, they're gonna send somebody, they're heavy, their enforcer, to teach you a lesson, and they're gonna rip that patch right off you. And if he doesn't teach you the lesson, the whole club's gonna come beat the crap out of you. So they're building to something big with Son of Havoc and somebody. So I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
For Mascarita Sagrada to wear that little vest. And Son of Havoc to break out a new vest. And Angelico to return. And Ivelisse, the 4 of them, against the Black Rebel Motorcycle Club band or whatever. And like throw bombs in the parking lot. With the parking lot brawl with all the motorcycles and trikes with the headlights on. And then parking lot. Man, this is going to be good.
Okay.
I've not read spoilers because I'm just guessing. But it could be good.
Now, the last half I did not watch. That's when you got here. We had to start the show. Anything I missed from the last half of Lucha?
Go back and watch 2 things because you didn't have the complete attention here.
Right.
They started with like a dark puma. Like
right, yeah, like you've seen him already.
The TNA version of AJ Styles with the hood. You didn't know if he was if he was the club or if Aces and Eights or if he was TNA, he was on his own.
Yeah,
dude, this Puma, he had that look in the ring. He had that look like, man, I'm gonna fuck you up. And sure enough, fucked up that poor boy. And then in the locker room, he told Ray, he's like, this wasn't dude. The first Ultima Lucha match they had, it was simply respect, the past against the future. And he lost, and Puma accepted it and moved on. But now he's got an axe to grind. He's got like some jealousy. He's got some envy. Yeah. He looks like he's got something to prove. And if they wind up pulling this as a rematch for this coming Ultima Lucha, dude, there's gonna be that story that you're gonna gobble up.
Okay.
So, And the main event, dude, Dante Fox against Dragon Azteca was really good. They did a good job in the beginning of the episode building up Dante Fox, how he's mentally unstable, that PTSD from his army character.
I saw that.
And Killshot, like looking at him like, you know, have to turn your back.
Did you catch
Alex Riley?
Alex Riley. Huh.
Yeah. Season 4 coming around. They're gonna have a lot of positions to fill.
They sure do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always thought Alex Riley was underrated.
Yeah.
He was fumbled by WWE, man. I really liked that character that he had in NXT, where he was like, his character was who he really was. Like, hey, you guys are misusing me. Hey, this is pissing me off. Hey, give me a shot.
Hey, where's my return video to come back from injury?
Exactly. Yeah. Like, he said all the right things. His character played out the right way, but then they said, you know what? To lose. Yeah. Like, what? Okay. But if they could do him justice in Lucha, please do justice to him in Lucha.
That's it, man.
Okay.
We have one last thing. I didn't forget.
Well, do you want me to ask this question about Lucha first?
Go.
Okay. Do you think all this AAA stuff happened when Vampiro got named as a head of talent?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I don't know either. I didn't know Vampiro got named the head of talent.
So was that a question?
Hector knows way too much about fucking AAA and New Japan. He always makes us look stupid by asking us like these questions we have no idea about.
Next week you can take his spot.
Yes, or Arnold's spot. We just kick him out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep the seat warm for Travis.
Yeah, for Travis. If Travis ever wants to come back. I think he's enjoying not being on the show way too much.
Oh yeah.
But all right. So what were you gonna say?
Mayweather versus McGregor. This weigh-in kerfuffle was so cute. It was so cute. It was like Mayweather and McGregor got in each other's face. Mayweather is singing to him songs from the Lemonade album. McGregor is singing songs from 444 to friggin' man. And then right there, right smack dab in the middle is this huge bowling ball with a face. Dana White, just like reveling it in like it's another one of his UFC weigh-ins. I've never been a fan of weigh-ins. Like I don't use weigh-ins as a barometer to why I need to watch this fight. All I know is somebody that I know is going to order this fight, and we're all going to meet up at his place, and we're going to get shit drunk, and we're going to laugh our asses off because we want to see this spectacle because everyone's going to be talking about this. You know, Triple G versus Canelo is going to be probably one of the best boxing fights this generation. Nobody's going to talk about that. Everybody's going to talk about the carnival, the circus freak, the tentpole event, which is Mayweather versus McGregor. So for that alone has my attention. I don't need this circus to make it any more jumbled up for me.
I don't care at all.
There you go, Hector. You didn't care. I tried.
Okay, it may be entertaining, but both of these guys are heels to me.
Yeah, racist against a wife beater.
And they're both real life heels. They're not even playing kayfabe. Like, they're both guys that I genuinely dislike as people. So I don't care who wins. Like, I want to see both of them get beat up, but the sucky thing is that one of them's got to win. They both can't lose, and I want both of them
unless they get a draw.
Even then, like, I don't know. Like, it may as well be like two Kardashians in there fighting. Like, I have no fucks to give. Like, they're both terrible people. I don't like them. Like, please go away. You're making Idiocracy become a documentary.
I'm waiting for this.
That's what they're doing. They're dumbing down our country.
Okay, I'm waiting to see Chef Ramsay versus Chef Flay on pay-per-view in a cook-off. Like, I don't care about this.
That would be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That would be fucking balls amazing. Yeah, see, Chef Ramsay, he's a kayfabe heel. If you've ever seen him on MasterChef Juniors,
he's a human.
He's a human where he's teaching the kids how to cook, and he's like, you know, okay, it's okay, darling. Yeah, do it like this and da da da. Like, he's teaching you being human. Yeah.
So you hate Flay?
No, I love Flay. Oh my god, I love Bobby Flay. My favorite Iron Chef is actually Michael Simon. I really like Michael Simon. He's my favorite. But Flay, he is respectable. Flay is Cena. Simon is AJ. Okay, so like Bobby Flay always wins, but he's like the all-American guy that you just can't or shouldn't boo. But like Michael
We
Simon,
just lost all our viewers.
Iron Chef Michael Simon, on the other hand, he brings the razzmatazz with a smile.
Fuck it. I'm booking it right now. Simon, Flay, Ramsey, Cutthroat Kitchen. Book it.
Yes. Yes.
Make some cookies and cream ice cream out of a fire hose and this pile of shit. Go.
Would that be worth $89.99 that McGregor and Mayweather are charging? I might pluck down $89.99.
I'll pitch in $20 and a flan.
There we go. And a flan, yes. And I will watch Michael Simon versus Bobby Flay versus Gordon Ramsay in a cook-off to the death. Well, no, not to the death, but to the.
Well, if one has to die,
you throw in Alton Brown, I'll give you $500. God damn it! On pay-per-view.
That's a show. Let's go.
Adios, my friends. Keep it classy.
Oh, fuck me.
See, Alton Brown, he's my culinary papa. I grew up learning from Alton Brown. He's my culinary father. Good Eats is what that's my jam. That's
your father?
Good Eats is my spirit animal.
It's funny, my spirit animal.
Good Eats is coming back.
Good
Eats is coming back.
My spirit animal is Don Francisco. That's how I am so comfortable being myself, even if people don't like me. Because Don Francisco got that heat on Sábado Gigante, bro. You know it. You fucking know it, man.
Sábado Gigante. Sábado Gigante. This entire roll is from Good Eats. Right there. The other half is like various halves, various things.
Which piece is Randy?
Oh, Randy gets all this. Ain't that right, baby?
I can't. That was a straight face.